You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Happy Halloween! Welcome to the Dungeon Run, friends! Hello, friends and loved ones. Hey, it's us! Look!
Just in the void.
That's right. We've like spiritually trapped Josephine's essence from across the pond because we're so thrilled to be getting together to have. Look, it's Halloween. You know, we always love to do something fun around Halloween time, and this year is no different. In fact, it's super special because for the first time ever, we're playing Call of Cthulhu on the Dungeon Run. What?
Wait, first, I didn't realize it was the first time.
I'm not wrong, Ron, right? We've never done this before.
Nope. Not on our channel, no.
We've been fans of the game for sure, and we've done. Others have played it certainly on plenty of other channels, Good Time Society and other places. But no, we've actually never played COC here on TDR, so this is a huge first. And we're so excited to be partnering with Chaosium, the company behind this incredible game, who have supplied us with a brand new scenario from a brand new book called No Time to Scream, which is out now. It just came out October 23rd. No Time to Scream. You start
One time.
and it's out. But yeah, thank you so much to Chaosium for helping us make this happen. We're so excited to be working with y'all. But yeah, so Josephine's going to be running. Josephine's quite the expert at this. I don't know if you know this.
Whoa! Why?
No.
Why would you say those words?
You co-wrote this scenario, right? Isn't that what happened? I think that's what happened.
Wait, don't you half-own Chaosium?
I thought your last name was Chaosium. Isn't that
Josephine has a direct line to Cthulhu themselves, as I understand
it. That's what the C in JCVIM stands for, actually. Yeah.
No, just kidding. No, Josephine's played a lot of this. She's actually running it today for us, but we're so excited. But again, yeah, we're going to be playing an adventure today from a book called No Time to Scream. It's out right now. And to help celebrate all of this, Chaosium has given us a discount code. So if you go to Chaosium's website for all Call of Cthulhu stuff, it is, if you use the code Cthulhu Run, all caps, no space. I'm not going to try to spell it because it's difficult. Wait, CTHULHURUN. That's correct. And you
I was hoping you were going to get caught up on the run.
It's a lot of use. You're correct. But yeah, so use that code and you'll get yourself a discount on all Call of Cthulhu stuff for Halloween on us. That code's good until the end of November, though, so get on it, friends. I can't wait. I'm about to dive in myself.
Yeah, can I just Call of Cthulhu is such a fun system. Obviously, I've done it on so many different systems, but I've played a lot of Call of Cthulhu. It is so easy to jump into. It's so easy to bring other people into this game system, is what I feel like, because it's real people. You've got real occupations, but it's not like real life because you get to set it. We're we're in the 20s and it's fun and period. And we're investigating stuff together, and you really have a reason to be there together too, and working as a group. And I think it's just an easy way to pull people in. My camera's going to freeze and we're all going to have to deal with it. No,
it's fine. You're looking great. It also gives Adam an excuse to wear that awesome hat for Call of Cthulhu. Yeah. Ron, that was a very good fake freeze.
Thank you. Someone caught it.
Thank you. Yeah, it makes me feel less alone.
Adam, you were about to say something about the hat.
Oh no, it's just I can't wear this hat. I live in Los Angeles. There's no reason to wear this hat. And now I have a reason to wear this hat. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Halloween miracle.
But so we're so excited to introduce folks. Yeah, as Josephine was saying, if you're not familiar with Call of Cthulhu, it's such a fantastic, very instinctive system, and it's great for a lot of purposes. And the game itself is so spooky and fantastic. If you're not familiar with us, hey, we're the Dungeon Run. How you doing? We're weird, we're fun, we have great times, and we feel emotions. and we're friends. But if you go to patreon.com/a-dungeon-run, you can get involved. I'm going to throw to Ron to talk a little bit about Patreon. Ronald?
As you may or may not know, we are a Patreon game. Most of the time, we have some interactivity. With Call of Cthulhu, it's a little different. We have we're going about it differently, but we do have a Patreon. If you go there, we have a variety of options: Watcher, Runner, Amulet Keeper, Avatar, Team of Force of Light, Team Force of Shadow, and of course our Chrono Dragon. There you can get access to a variety of our extra bits, shows, after parties. If we ever have those, we used to. We should do one again sometime. Yeah, if you do this again one time. We have, I already said talkback shows. There's a variety of options and things for you to munch on extra if you go to our Patreon, patreon.com/thedungeonrun. Join us for as little as free. But you start to get a lot of the cool stuff at $5 a month. So join us. We would love to see you. And at the end of every game, we read out some names from our Patreon list.
Very true.
So if you would like to hear us call your name out in a funny, improvised manner, then no better place than patreon.com. I hadn't done that in a while.
You did great, bud.
Thanks, bud. Thanks.
And with that, I think we can dive right in. Thanks again, once again, to Chaosium. But yeah, let's.
Yeah, you're reminding me though that like if this is the first time the audience is seeing it, like just a little preface, like Call of Cthulhu is set. It's like eldritch horror. Mm-hmm. So there's some spooky stuff about. We're gonna be dealing with sanity. You know,
Correct.
there is. I'm gonna put out there's some body horror.
Sure.
Gore.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna get full on spooky times here, friends. You know.
Yeah, like I said, sanity. Things get very, very wild. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In Call of Cthulhu, it was a perfect time for me to Frozen.
You're amazing. Good go.
So, are we all ready then?
Let's do it.
Okay. The year is 1927. And your evening has just been ruined. All plans are off after you received a frantic call from Dr. Lawrence Warick, a consulting physician who until now worked at a variety of hospitals across the East Coast. Recently, Warick lost his position at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital in Arkham due to a dereliction of his duties, which was probably code for some sort of scandal. Authorities revoked his medical license, barring him from practice. Warick did not take the dismissal well. Earlier today, he called you, each one of you, and ranted wildly about how his actions had been necessary to avert some terrible crisis. Either directly or via an intermediary, his message reached each of you. Most of Warick's call was incoherent, although he did linger on a few sinister words. He mentioned cultists, resurrection, and the need for cleansing fire.
Okay.
Dropping whatever you were doing, you have responded to his call. You've taken it upon yourselves to find Warick and figure out exactly what's happening. Our story begins as you arrive at his apartment, a small suite with an attached consulting room and office in the Tower Professional Building in downtown Arkham. When you enter, there's a living room, kitchen area, bedroom that all look normal but quite messy. You know what? I've sent you all. You should have a little map. Mm-hmm. Let's show the map. You've all arrived to the apartment. Actually, do you arrive at the same time? You all don't know each other outside of this. Maybe, or maybe you do. Who do you think arrives first? Who would be like the first to be there immediately after this call?
I think Casey Closed, Private Eye, would be the first one on the scene.
That makes sense. Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of clients, so when Dr. Warwick called, he was there quick as he could. He put down his gin. He put away his various tonics he uses to treat his shrapnel wound from the war, and he got theirs lickety split.
And I feel like I don't have to ask. You've got such a great outfit on. What is Casey Close?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Casey Close is a PI. He got back from the Great War, and he just couldn't run with a normal 9-to-5 rat race anymore. He had to take it on himself to start his own business. And he found solace in solving small crimes and mysteries for people.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
Who would? So maybe you're waiting outside. Maybe you're already inside. I feel like you know how to get into an apartment.
Yeah, I feel like Casey would have knocked on the door and just.
If I might,
please.
As Casey enters the apartment, you can smell what sounds. It smells like a cigarette, and as you enter, in the kitchen, sitting at the table with his feet up on the table, smoking a cigarette, is someone you don't recognize at all. But he's got slick back hair, torn off at the shoulders, with a tank top and his chest hair out.
Chest hair out.
Guns out, chest out. Like, yeah.
Yep. There is also there's a 38 on the table. There's definitely a 38 on the table. Looks like it is, as far as you can tell, loaded, as you would know. And as you enter, he puts the cigarette out and he says, "Hey, you know the doctor, eh?"
"I do, friend. What do you go by?"
"Oh, they call me Lucenzo, Lucky Curly Lucenzo."
Lucky Curly Lucenzo.
"You could choose one or the other, or call me both. It's up to you. My friends, they call me Lucenzo."
It's did he called you, huh? It's odd
Family
to come to
friend.
his family friend.
Old family friend, yeah.
Old family friend. Okay.
Yeah. What's your name?
They
You
call him-
look like a gumshoe to me.
I am. Casey
Oh,
Close.
that was a lucky guess.
Yeah, well-
That's why they call me Lucky.
No. Mostly the
my
hat.
God.
The hat that is standard issue for all PIs in the city.
You know, I noticed that. That's only in LA, though. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
only
yeah.
it's only an LA thing. Yeah,
It's true. No, yeah,
good look.
Dr. Warick's one of my best paying clients. So when he called me and he was concerned, I got over here as quick as I could.
Lucky stands up from the table, and as he does so, he grabs the gun and he holsters it. Puts the flick lighter away.
Have you any sign of him? Is there any? This place is a mess.
Yeah, I don't know. I just came in and sat down and got a smoke in because this is a lot of stress.
The way you didn't look around for him at all. You just came into his apartment and sat down.
Called out his name. He didn't answer. I sat down, tried to get some stress out.
No, I understand.
Okay. It probably is not long before you guys are joined by the other two.
I would say she would come absolutely last.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
yes, yeah. All right, then as this conversation is happening, you hear, and I barge through into this half-open door. Casey!
Yeah, Elmo. Where you been?
Elmo.
Hey.
Wait, you know Elmo too?
Of course I know Elmo. Everybody knows
Wait a
Elmo.
minute. Lucky Curly, what are you doing here?
The doc called me, so I figured I'd come by, and he was talking all crazy like.
Yeah, no, I got a call too. And you guys see Elmo Danton, PFC, retired. He late 20s. He is an ex-soldier. He's probably pretty shaggy hair and facial hair since no longer being a soldier. But he's known Casey ever since the war, and ever since he's taken on a few side jobs, like trying to help. He's just been trying to find work. He's a very jovial spirit, a little high-strung, but he's kind of one of those guys that when you hear what he went through in the war, you're like, that guy? He went through that? Yes. So, but he puts a good smile on it, and he's originally from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, so occasionally you'll hear a Midwestern accent come through, but for the most part, he's done a good job to try to get rid of it. But he's very enthusiastic about coming to help, and when Dr. Warick, who helped him a lot coming out of his injury from the war, he was more than happy to come help. So seeing this, there's an immediate and he also comes in, gets a look at this when he sees the door is ajar and kind of busted, and he hears voices there. He's got his hand on his gun as well. It's like, hey, oh, okay, wait, all three of us are here.
Yeah, I got a call from Dr. Warick as well. He sounded not only disturbed, but agitated and unsettled.
What was that bit about a cleansing fire? Did he mention that to you?
I know. I don't even know what a
He
cleansing
did.
fire would be.
I brought a flick lighter in case he. Well, that's what he was talking about.
I bought a book of matches just for that same reason, just in case he needed us to provide fire.
Good instincts,
Yeah.
criminal and
Yeah.
me.
Elmo, you brought your fire, right?
I mean, yeah, I got some smokes and a lighter as well, but I mean, God.
Great. Good.
Did you bring any of your guns?
I got my piece on me. Just don't be
Good.
so loud, all right?
Good.
I mean, it's not totally papered up.
Is there somebody in here?
You hear from outside the door just like the sound of like a rolling suitcase on like cobble.
I put
And-
myself in a corner instinctually.
Yeah. Just this rolling suitcase.
Doc?
And the door opens very, very slowly. And before you, you see Charlotte Mantis, MD. She is in her traveling outfit. She is fresh from the airport. She lives in New York. She is here now.
Ma'am?
She looks frazzled. Her hair, that you can tell it was in a coiffed updo, is sort of in her face. And she looks agitated. Like she got on a plane because she, Dr. Warick and her were very, very close confidants and went to medical school together and went our own separate ways. And so would go to the end of the earth for this man, better or for worse.
Incredible.
Identify yourself, lady.
Oh. Hello, my name is Charlotte. Who are you and why are you in Lawrence's house?
Elmo, it's a lady. Clearly, have a little more respect. Ma'am.
You're right. I apologize.
Casey Close, PI. We all received a call from Dr. Warwick, so we got over here lickety-split. Can I get that bag for you?
Oh, yes, here. It is so heavy. It is so small and heavy.
He does his best to not look like he's struggling, but he's gonna struggle to pick it up.
You look like you're a professional. Are you a doctor as well?
Yes, I am a doctor. I was recently actually promoted to director of internal medicine at Sunnyvale Hospital in New York.
Wow. Book learning. All right.
Fancy.
Impressive.
Yes. So this is an eclectic little group here. Where's Lawrence? Lawrence!
We all just arrived. We hadn't had a chance to look around.
I'm sorry, you were in his apartment? You didn't look for him?
Well, we started to look for him, but then more people came in. I asked the same question. I was actually the second one here.
I called his name
You're
out when I
PI,
broke
right?
in, and he didn't answer. So I figured he was either sleeping or not here.
Well, you know, his message, I'm sure if we all got the same message, was very frantic.
We
who's
all
to say
brought
he
the
was-
cleansing fire.
What?
He said we needed to bring cleansing fire, so we all brought it. And he'll hold up his book of matches.
Sorry, I thought
Yep.
it was a tincture you were talking about. Yes, Lawrence!
It's funny. I'm just looking at this map, and the opening entrance area is very small. So we're actually
Yes.
very much in each other's
And I-
space.
Very
Well, I figured Lucenzo, the criminal.
Who knew that giving him 3 names was going to be so confusing?
Said he was in the kitchen. I assumed you all kind of went to that kitchen area.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
around the corner at the bottom. Do you guys have a quick look around now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of look around.
Why does Lawrence
So-
live there?
I know.
So
it's
basically,
disgusting.
the kitchen area, the living room, the bedroom, they all look normal, but they are quite messy. But the consulting room and the office, which is good at the end of the hall, it's on the right-hand side, end of the hall.
Yeah, okay.
There's a little,
Whoa.
like sort of waiting area, and then his office. They are a mess. There is a
Whoa.
state of chaos. There's papers and furniture everywhere. There are new tools that litter the floor. Something reeks of gasoline.
Oh, boy.
There's no sign of Warick, but the state of his apartment doesn't bode well. You need to find him, figure out what frightened him, and make sure things don't get out of hand. The information you need to locate him must be somewhere in this apartment.
Well, listen, Doc, I mean, I know it sounds like things are going pretty great for you over there in New York City, but things here for our Doc haven't been going quite as well. He lost his license. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, we talked on the phone a little bit about that.
Josephine, do we know how long ago that happened?
It was recent, like in the last month. Yeah.
We didn't say much in the conversation. He just let me know, and he sounded
distraught.
Stressed.
Yeah.
But in a way I haven't heard before. Truthfully, he's a strange man. He's always been a strange man.
Hey, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Good isn't. Strange is not a moral statement. What is your name?
Pardon, lady. They call me Lucenzo, Lucky Curly Lucenzo.
Well, I'm going to call you Lucky, if that's okay, because I feel like we could use some luck.
Yeah.
Casey's gonna start sniffing around the waiting room and the office, and he's gonna pull out his cigarettes and start tapping them on the pack when he gets a whiff of that. Oh, you guys smell that?
Yeah.
She adjusts her glasses. What are you smelling?
Gasoline.
Cleansing fire.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is don't light anything.
Pre-cleansing.
All right.
Pre-cleansing. But,
let's not.
And he's gonna try and suss out the source of that gasoline.
Okay. So you got the consulting room, as you can see, but for people that perhaps are just listening, it has a desk and chair, 2 chairs for patients, an examination couch, as well as like a locked medicine cabinet is in there. There's strange looking equipment scattered about the consulting room. And let's see, how closely are you looking? Let's see, the office has a desk and chair, a makeshift bed, a medical record cabinet. There's documents everywhere.
Yeah.
There's like handwritten notes with newspaper clippings mixed in, just sort of like all over the place.
I think Casey would walk up to the desk and he'd start kind of rifling through the papers a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of, again, he's kind of perusing them. He's not taking a long time to study them because he starts to do this and then he smells the gasoline that you mentioned. And I think that's where his attention would be drawn.
Okay.
If while everyone has been focused on there, I do think Elmo has done like a quick room to room of the rest of the place, and just from what we see of the map, it seems like the rest of the rooms are very clean. It looks like everything is pretty like as it should be in its place, and so this one room, it almost looks like it kind of feels like the Doc's just been spending all his time up here in his office.
Hey, Elmo.
Yeah.
Make sure you check the closets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corner to corner. I think Elmo will be like knocking on each closet. And just...
Yeah. And what are the rest of y'all? How are you spending your time as well?
Out of my suitcase, I take out sort of my medical equipment's bag. Because I want to sort of investigate and I also want to carry to take some of the documents and look at his actual research. And there's tools, there's implements. I don't. What is he doing?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Do you want to give like a forensics roll to figure out a little more about these
first
tools?
roll.
Josephine, just to let you know, so I let you know what I'm doing. After Lucky puts out a cigarette, he goes to the sink, turns it on, cleans up his cigarette as to not make a mess, and then he walks into the office. And when he smells the gasoline and sees the medical cabinet, he goes to see if he inspects the medical cabinet.
Okay. All right.
So, I didn't get my roll, but I'd like to push.
Yes. Okay. You should also have luck points that you can use if it's close, right? Like, or you can just spend it all. It's a one shot. Go for it.
So
But yeah,
I
you have
rolled-
luck points that you can use, or you could push the roll, but there's greater consequences. You're looking at tools. Well, yeah, there could be consequences.
Okay.
Oh no.
I rolled initially a 69 out of over 50.
Nice.
So my 50 is, however, that is a fail. So I pushed and I rolled a 19.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Does that make it a hard success as well?
It makes it a hard success.
Nice. Okay, that was what you needed. These tools that you're seeing. So there's standard medical tools. There's like also a tree saw. There's metal tubs. There's a garden spade. A slab of butcher's paper. And you realize that this combination of tools is for the disposal of a body. And for those of you in the office that have noticed the gasoline, it doesn't take long for you to realize that there's a small drum of gasoline that's under the desk. It's not spilled or open or anything, but there is a small drum that is there. Casey, as you're looking at documents, there is a newspaper clipping that and these notes, they all seem to relate to the recent discovery of an unknown man's body in his apartment in Arkham. Unusually, the man's corpse was mummified, and I am going to send you a little attachment so that you can read the newspaper clipping yourselves.
Nice.
I thought we were going to get a photo of a mummified body, but that's fine too.
Okay, stand by for a second.
The doc mentioned something about cultists, right? And like, what was that R word?
Resurrection.
What's that mean?
It means to bring back to life from somebody who is deceased.
Yeah, but that's not a thing, right?
That's
Doc?
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yeah.
You mean like you read the Bible?
Well, you do when you're in jail.
Oh. All right.
There are so many cultures who believe many different things.
So you should have 2 handouts that come in. The newspaper clipping, Casey, if you wanna look at that one, and then whoever else was also searching the documents and things.
Lucky was also was looking at the medicine cabinet, right? But yes, yeah. Okay.
Hey, gang, look at this. I remember this story. It's from the Arkham Daily. It's Arkham Police. They found a mummified man off of South Sentinel Street in Rivertown.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a strange smell in the apartment, and when the cops showed up, found a mummified body. No one's been arrested. In conjunction with it, no one knows what's going on.
Oh, that's horrifying.
It is. It is. Why would someone do that, Doc? Mummify somebody? Like, why do people mummify anybody to begin with?
I mean,
Well, usually mummification is seen as a ritualistic way to preserve a body, an important body. That's what they used to do in ancient Egypt. But the process for mummification is quite horrible. I mean, first you slice the deceased patient open and you remove all of their organs and viscera and all of that, and so then you replace what you've taken away with embalming fluid, and so that preserves the body. And or back then I'm sorry.
No, it's
keep
fine.
going.
But you would need to know the human body enough to mummify it. You would have to have done it before.
Yeah, it'd have to be someone with some serious knowledge of the human
Anatomy. Yes.
Yeah.
Parts. Speaking of parts, everyone, not to be alarmist.
I feel like you're about to say something very alarming.
Not to be alarmist, however, these tools and instruments here, they are crude in nature because they are intended to, disseminate a body. This saw is made to cut bone. And
Oh.
and
You said disseminate, like pass out, like you're gonna like just give people body parts.
That's distribute.
Apologies. I'm
No,
not
no
the
worries.
doctor.
No worries. Oh no, and it's not a doctor term. It's but
Wait,
this-
are you saying that you think that the doc has stuff to remove organs from a body here in his place?
well, I wouldn't say removal of organs, and in fact, this saw is quite blunt. Not blunt. Strong. It's more of. I'm sorry. Are we squeamish? I should have asked before I.
No. Both
So-
Elmo and I have seen action.
We've seen plenty.
Yeah.
So this saw here picks up the serrated saw. This saw here is intended to cut through bone. The serration here, it's meant to use your physical force to carve through and snap the bone, so it was removed from the body, so that I don't know. If you need for amputations, for instance. However, there's a lot of these tools here, which means perhaps he was trying to dispose of a by
Why wouldn't he
chopping
just burn it with this? And he picks up the gasoline can and puts it on.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I hate to interrupt, but he probably didn't burn it that way because according to this little piece of paper here, it looks like maybe he went to there's an incinerator at St. Mary's morgue.
Oh, St. Mary's morgue. Oh, that place.
You picked it up. I just read it. Here.
Oh.
Yeah, so that you're looking at these notes that have been left by, presumably, Dr. Warick that he's left behind.
There's
They
some
are-
other stuff here, but I'm not a doctor here.
Regeneration, regrowth, like
Oh,
reanimation. What is all this?
He
That does
mentions the
sound-
Egyptians here too, just like you said.
Oh,
Egyptian.
interesting.
Was it wrapped or natural due to conditions cold, dry? ?
Well, he. What did he say about the cultists? Was he pro-cult or anti-cult? I don't remember because this
I
is
mean,
very,
I feel like we
very
need to
concerning.
say. I mean, yeah, like you said. I mean, the doc, he could march to a beat of his own drum. That is for sure. But I mean,
He wouldn't
But
be.
he's a doctor.
right?
Yeah.
Can I
Right.
get spot
Cultist.
hidden rolls?
Yeah,
From all of you.
let's do it.
Cultists aren't exactly ones who like to think about the pros and cons of a situation.
I am not good at this.
Josephine, also, if I could, while they were talking, I'd like to try to quickly, using my high quality lockpick set, pick the medicine cabinet.
Nice.
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it. Give me a locksmithing.
Great.
Now- If I do
Go
not have a spot hidden skill, but it says 25% next to it, is that just I need a 25 or below?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just like the everyone has a basic stat, basically. Essentially.
I did not hit that.
I got a 7.
Woo!
I got a 20.
Okay.
Oh my God.
These are all really good.
I mean, Adam, we found the secret to your bad rolls. We play a completely different game.
Play a role that requires you to roll low. That's all.
So I got a regular success with a 35 on the spot hidden, but on the it is where is it? Which one is it? It's locksmith, right? Locksmith. That I got a 6. And that's
Okay,
an
great.
extreme success.
Extreme success. So when you tell me the results, it's also useful to tell me what it's under so that I can tell if it's,
Sure,
a
sure.
regular success, a hard success, or an extreme success. Because a 7 sounds fantastic, but if it's a 7 under 8, it's still just a regular
Right.
success, right?
So this 7 under 25? What is that?
That's great. That sounds like that's a hard success.
Oh, this is hard. It's
Yeah.
a super success because it's 8, right? The third of 25 is 8.
No, it's a fifth.
A fifth.
The 5th.
Is extreme.
Fifth to
Yeah, I
25
know.
is
You have
5.
to do a fifth.
A fifth. Okay.
Success,
Okay,
hard
but it's
success,
still good.
extreme success are
Yeah.
they? Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got a
so
success.
and you got a regular success. Okay, so lucky you're able to get into the medicine cabinet. It's just got like your basic sort of first aid. So is there anything like that you're looking for specifically?
Mostly painkillers and antiseptics. So anything to help
Yeah.
with
You can
wounds,
find
because-
that. You want to grab some of that?
Yeah, I'll grab
You
some
pocket some of
painkillers and
those.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so those of you that succeeded and then with a hard success, Actually, those of you that succeed, you see that they're You already got the notes. You find a map of Arkham among all of the papers in the office, and the campus neighborhood has a bold ink circle with a smaller circle drawn around specifically St. Mary's Teaching Hospital. Which, what's your name? Charlotte, Dr. Mantis. You recall because you've worked with Dr. Warick and you've probably been to St. Mary's Teaching Hospital before, and you do know that they have a morgue there. And the Essex County coroner and Arkham's own medical examiner make use of that hospital's morgue regularly because it's one of the best equipped facilities this side of Boston. That's what you find, and that's what you know.
Josephine, one quick question. In the cabinet, are there any antipsychotics or antidepressants, something to calm anxious nerves?
Morphine.
That's what I have in my bag.
It should be the painkiller, right? Just be painkiller, I suppose.
Give me a luck roll.
Okay.
But there is a big bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. He actually drinking the gasoline.
My luck is empty. Oh.
You roll 3d6 and
multiply
it by 5.
My bad.
Oh.
6, 9, so 45. Okay. All right. 19?
Okay. Yes,
Oh,
as it so happens, there are some and like, I don't know, let's say there's some
tablets are injectable.
We're about to, I was gonna say lithium.
Okay. So tablets, cool.
I don't know what else was around in the 20s.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Lithium and morphine is probably about it. Yep. Okay. Lucky goes over to, as we're discussing and looking at this little map, Lucky goes over to Casey and opens the lithium and pops 2 pills and hands them. You might want to... You seem a little on edge, Casey.
Yeah, thanks. And he will immediately take them both.
Oh my god.
Here, wash it down with this.
With alcohol.
Can I... Is it lithium or is it barbiturates? Barbiturates, because it is a calming thing used as sort of a truth serum.
Now, I have, as someone who has taken lithium in their life, it would probably definitely be lithium because that's the anxiety. Yeah, it reduces the anxiety and the extra.
The actions of the players of the dungeon run should not be attempted at home.
Yes.
So I just looked up, what were anti-anxiety meds in the 1920s?
Love
That's
it.
what I said.
I think Elmo's still focused on the notes that we found, these sort of torn up pieces of paper.
Yeah. So where do you guys, or what do you do next? You've got these papers, you've got these notes, you've got with Dr. Warick nowhere to be seen.
I don't want to think these things about our friend, right? I mean, like cult, okay, but he mentions religion here. He says ritual, presentation, or sanitation. Religious?
Yeah, but it also says here in this note, cannot be allowed to happen. You know,
he was trying to stop something.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What happened is full reanimation.
Pretty clear to me where he went.
Yes, we have to go to St. Mary's, and also, do you all live here in Arkham?
This is Dr. Warwick.
No, not here in this place, but Arkham. I left Arkham because it's weird here.
I mean, every place is weird if you look hard enough.
No.
Yeah, New York City, that's not a weird place at all.
Yeah, not weird at all.
Look, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to poke fun. Just that Elmo and I especially, we've seen some things overseas that, well, I mean, no place is sane anymore. Not for me.
Your stare is so stoic. Sorry. You're right. No place is safe. She catches her breath and she says, "We should go to St. Mary's."
Did something happen to you, ma'am? Is that why you left Arkham?
There are things here that can't be explained through medical science or any religion. That's why I left Arkham.
Things like regeneration?
I don't know, Elmo. So let's see what Lawrence has gotten himself into this time, okay?
Yeah.
I would think that a doctor would be able to explain anything, right? Like, isn't your whole thing like observation and thinking it through?
What is it you think doctors do, Lucky?
Magic?
Yes, sort of. I mostly, save lives and.
Yeah, that's magic to me.
Well, tickle me, Elmo. Bring the car around.
Oh my God! How long are you holding on to that?
Waiting for somebody.
Dare you?
So rude of you.
I'm only upset because I thought of it and didn't find a way to get it in first.
All right, so we
You name a guy Elmo, and I guess you get whatever you ask for.
we're are you all heading to St. Mary's?
I think I'm done. No, I think I'm done. I think I'm
He's gonna stay
Adam,
here.
You can leave. Everyone else.
Before I go, I'm gonna look to see if there is a notebook in which these things have been taken from. I want to see if he kept a journal. And I don't need to look at it now, but I'd like to if it exists, I'd like to find it and throw it in my bag and grab my suitcase.
Yeah, I think you don't find a specific journal. It is mainly like these everything that you're seeing scattered about that you've gathered and found the bits and pieces of.
Putting it all together.
You're just taking it with you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
On our drive to St. Mary's, Lucky, who refused to sit anywhere but the side seat, rolls down the window, starts smoking a cigarette. He says, so are we just going to break into this place? Are we going to try to convince who's there to let us in? Like, what are we doing?
We can go into St. Mary's.
It's a hospital. Yeah.
It's a hospital. And also, I've been there before. We can just talk to the desk, tell them what we know. It shouldn't be a big deal. I guess if there's
they can tend to be a little prickly about just walking into the morgue, though.
I guess so. Yes, that's true.
So, look, if worst comes to worst, we slip the guy a 5 spot. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm also more, I'm trying to think like a cultist, right?
Yeah.
And they may be watching things. I'm sorry, does this bother you?
No, I just, smoking.
Really their doctor recommended.
Well, probably, I would imagine all 3 of the men are smoking at this point.
That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, in the middle.
We're just doing what the doctor's ordered. I don't know what you want, what you're up about.
It's what's best for my nerves.
Kids are at home. Cigarettes used to be recommended by doctors. They are now known as carcinogens. Please.
I heard cocaine pills are the hot new thing. Give you a real pep in your step. I'm sorry. Continue.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid because I live in Arkham and I'm a criminal, but I know there's people watching.
I gotta say, Lucky Curly, I do really appreciate your openness as, identifying yourself as a criminal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it not clear?
I
broke into the man's house. I even told you that.
You broke into his house.
Yeah.
What did
it was
you
locked.
do? As a criminal.
What do you mean?
Well,
I can't tell you that. Like that, I can't. I mean, we got a private eye here. He might be trying to look for me for things that I may not have done. I don't want to disappoint Elmo. He went through a lot of stuff in the military,
Lucky, how did you know that? How did you two get involved?
The Doc?
Yeah. No, Doc Warick.
Yeah, Doc and me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long story, but I might not have once gotten my rear end handed to me in an alley once. And the Doc's been friend of the family for a long time. He put a lot of stock in me when I was young, obviously to his detriment. And, when he was talking all crazy, like, I worry about him. He's like I don't know, second father, first father, since mine was sort of gone all the time. But, he's like a dad to me. So despite my better judgment, I thought it was a good idea to check in on him. And when the door was locked, I figured, maybe this is why I was called.
Hey, Lucky, look, it's not a big deal you being a criminal. Anyone who lives in Arkham, we're all stealing our days waiting for the dark night to fall.
Casey, we're just making decisions. You know, you're
Charlotte
just
is
on one
just
side of the
staring
different
at Casey.
And you arrive.
Elmo and Charlotte make eye contact, and I'm just like,
And as we're getting out of the car, Lucky's
he
just like,
does
Casey.
this. He does this. He constantly.
The smoke-filled vehicle.
Just two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Yeah, and that coin, it's
Dark.
dark. Both showing heads. Because this whole damn city is rigged.
It's dark like the sky outside because it is nighttime. I forgot to mention to you all.
I mean, we assume.
We assumed it was night.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I
It's good to
felt the
know.
vibes.
It's always night in Arkham.
Even during the
By
day,
the
it's
way.
night in Arkham.
Really nice to New York, everyone.
So
Do you all feel that chill?
I
It's
haven't
cold out here.
felt
that-
this chill in a
That
long
happens
time.
when the sun goes down. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, the fog rolling in too seems a bit odd.
Well, look, I mean, we don't need to go sneaking around. Like you said, it's a hospital. And, I mean, even though he sounds like he lost his medical license, I think it maybe Dr. Warwick people would remember seeing him around. So maybe we just, hey, have you seen the doc?
Yes.
It's very
All right.
reasonable, yeah.
So, my friends, St. Mary's Teaching Hospital is on the campus of Miskatonic University. You know that at this time of night, it's a Sunday night as well. There's only a few staff that are going to be around.
Yeah.
And they're busy tending to patients. If you guys head in, if you're looking for someone, eventually a nurse will tell you that the morgue is closed and won't open until morning time. And that no one has seen Lawrence. And before you can ask anything else, she hurries off at a doctor's summons. They're like very skeleton crew, and they're like basically like, yeah, I don't have time. We haven't seen him. I'm sorry, a patient needs me.
Thanks, Cheryl. Let us know if you see the doc, okay? She was nice.
Lucky is gonna, when she rushes off, Lucky's gonna look into one or two of the rooms nearby and see if there's like a lab coat of any kind that he can sort of pick up and put on real quick. Something to make him look like he belongs here at first glance.
With your chest hair poking out.
I can put the lab coat over that and cover, I'm just trying to look
Let me
something to cover up.
also specify, because Dr. Mantis would know, because you've worked here before. The hospital is upstairs. The morgue is not on the same floor, or it's below. It's like downstairs is the morgue. And so there are entrances from like outside and everything, but like you guys went into the hospital to talk to people first. But yeah, you can grab a lot. Like I said, there's not a lot of staff around, so it's actually easy. You don't even need to roll for that. Like no one is.
Does
I
Dr.
throw
Warwick...
one on and grab another one, and anybody want one of these?
I'm fine.
Probably the doctor.
No, I could not wear somebody else's lab coat. That you can. We're sneaking.
Right.
But the morgue is down. Everyone,
All right.
it's
Yeah.
down.
You know that there is a main entrance via an elevator from the hospital, but the elevator door is locked because, as she said, it is closed right now, and there's too many people like coming and going, like to be able to attempt to break in. Like they're busy, but they are going by those elevator doors like regularly.
There's probably an exterior entrance to a morgue, right? I mean, if you're bringing in a body, you don't want to bring it in through the lobby where everybody could see it.
Yeah, loading bay.
Yeah. You know, there's a delivery entrance.
Let's,
morgue delivery.
let's get out of here. Morgue
Yes.
delivery,
That's
Yeah.
fully how Dr. Mantis describes it. It's the intake,
Right.
the body intake. Yeah.
You want to head that way?
Yeah, so we kind of, and I mean, okay, so we drove up and we arrived here. Is there any sign, any familiar, I mean, do we know the car he drives? Is there any sign that we know for sure that could have made us think of the doc, or that we confirms we're on the right path? At least from the initial arrival?
Not from the initial arrival, but as you head to the back, you find like a private access ramp at the rear of the hospital.
Okay.
And the heavy metal doors are propped open with its lock broken. There's light spilling out from inside, threatening to alert passersby to what looks like a robbery. Do you step inside?
I think we should.
Oh.
All right. Doc, stay behind us.
We're
Elmo.
about to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know. So
All right.
I'll go first.
Yeah, Elmo,
And
you go first.
You
and
go
I'll
first.
and I'll try to be stealthy at first, just to gun drawn, but basically making my way slowly in through the door.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk up towards the door and listen in there to see if we can hear any
you don't
noise
even
from
need to
inside.
roll anything, because as you guys are making your way towards the door, you hear a blood curdling scream emitting from inside.
God.
Well,
You're rushing in.
I don't know that that's where we want to go right now, Elmo. In fact, Lucky will grab him and pull him back. We want to think about this before we just start running into places that we don't think like a criminal, man.
What if it's the duck? What if it's the duck? What if he's in trouble?
Somebody needs our help in there. We
You're
can't
like,
simply let them fly.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I pull away and
I'll follow you.
start running in.
You all go in?
Definitely Lucky, Curly, and I think.
Yeah. I'll be behind them. I'm going.
And I'll pull my 38. I'll pull my 38 out of my jacket.
The door clicks shut behind you all as you rush in through a hallway and into an autopsy suite.
Oh.
You see a blood-stained autopsy table.
Oh.
Scalpels and a bone saw lie on the table. Dr. Warick is slumped on the floor next to a leather bag, his back pressed against a table leg. He's covered in blood, pawing feebly at a scalpel jammed into his neck, and he gurgles at you. There are bloody barefoot prints and handprints that are dotting the floor around him. He is wearing boots. Whoever stabbed him must still be close.
My first aid kicks in. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to apply pressure on his neck.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Not before I have you all roll a sanity check.
Yeah.
Okay.
From seeing your friend with a scalpel on his neck.
In his neck.
I think that's
Bleeding
very
out.
fair.
Yeah. I will say, as somebody who has a 70 in medicine, I've seen so much. But he is my friend. Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
Sanity checks work the same. You have to remind me.
My sanity score is 40.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 93.
Ooh.
Okay, so you lose one sanity. If you fail, you lose one sanity.
Okay. And my total sanity is 8. Is that sounds correct?
Okay, yeah. So if you ever
it's
lose
down to 7.
If you ever lose 5 in one go, you'll have a bout of madness. We'll see if you how it affects you. And if you ever lose more than half in one go, half your sanity in one go as well, or if you ever cumulatively lose more than half, you then have to roll for your sanity as well, having temporary or indefinite insanity.
I think losing one sanity for Elmo in this moment looks like him just literally he'll drop his gun on the floor, rush up and just try to apply the pressure to the side of his neck, but just you're gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine, we got help on the way, we got air coming in, you're gonna be great, buddy, hang in there.
Yeah, and he's how many of y'all failed?
I did as well.
I passed.
3 of you. Okay, so you guys run towards and he's gurgling. He's and he's pointing towards the entrance and exit doors, and he's saying, "Don't let them out! Don't let them out!"
I'll turn and draw my own gun and push and look to see what he's doing, to not only do what he's saying, but to put my back to the gore and the viscera.
Yeah,
you can see he's actively shaking while he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Elmo's first aid is pretty good, and I assume the doc's
medicine. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do?
I'll be ripping part of my shirt to try and do a quick tourniquet.
Yeah.
Or something
I want to be able to remove the scalpel in a way that
Yeah, you want to stabilize him.
I want to stabilize him.
Yeah, because basically he's dying right now, so you guys need to do a roll to stabilize.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to stabilize him.
So
Lucky will
So either first aid or medicine. Here.
Lucky will pick up Elmo's gun off the floor.
thank you.
And we'll go to the other door and make sure they're locked. And if they can't lock, then he will find ways to bar the doors.
That's
Which are the autopsy room doors? Actually,
The ones
on
that the
a second.
doctor were
Let me-
indicating.
let me send you a
Oh yeah.
map. Okay, so you should have received a map that will
Yep.
show you the morgue that you're in. You are in this middle area where there's like the 2 metal beds. That's the autopsy suite. So that is where you currently are. Just to give you a little bit of
Ain't
your
nothing sweet
bearings.
about that room, mister.
Okay, so the first aid and medicine rolls. How did those do?
I got a hard success, 15 under 50.
Okay.
And I also got a hard success.
And did you do first aid or medicine?
First aid for me.
Okay.
Medicine for me.
Oh, great. Okay,
So, we
you
do like a coordinated
Yeah.
all right, you pull it out and I'll get in there with the tourniquet
Okay.
right after.
So you are able to stabilize him and make him comfortable, but he's not in any state to be like moving or doing anything.
And
He's
it's in
like,
his throat.
yes,
So he can't
it's
even
in his throat,
talk.
but
Yeah.
he's just kind of vaguely pointing in the direction that,
Okay,
that
we got
Lucky
it.
is gone.
We're here.
And
We're here.
Just to confirm, you tied a tourniquet around his neck, right?
So here's the thing. We, as a medical professional, what we did, because I was thinking about that when you were like, cut, and I was like, I don't know if we want to do that. You know what I mean? So
Listen, Elmo knows what he's doing. Morgan is not a first aid specialist, please.
So what we did is we have, because I brought my medical supplies too, and there's medical supplies everywhere. It's autopsy, right? So there is this large piece of gauze
Great.
that we've put and tied around his neck, so it's not applying and like the pressure to take the circulation away to reduce the bleeding. It is truly to catch the blood and to apply enough so it's on the wound. But he's not doing great, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so while they're running first aid, you know, I guess Lucky and I are looking in the direction
Okay.
and going towards the door. That
Both of you are going to like sort of the exits
Where
that
he
were
pointed.
pointed
Yeah,
out.
where he
Yeah,
pointed.
which
He-
exit
he-
was he pointing towards? The opposite exit, the one that we came in, or the one?
So he
to the south?
kind of pointed 2 directions. So you guys do you want to split 2 different ways?
Yeah, sure. Let's split the
It's
party.
not,
That sounds
one
great.
is not far. I'm just going to point it out to you on the map. So one of them, so you know, directly to the south of the room that you're in, there's another room. It's like where cadaver preparation is basically, and there's a little white bar at the bottom. That's the elevator that's connected to the hospital. Is
Okay.
there?
Oh, okay.
And then there's the rear door to the exterior that you guys came through. So
Got
those
it.
are like the
get
2
elevator.
exit. You're going toward. Okay, so Lucky's
Yeah,
going
so-
towards the elevator.
Yeah, I mean, we just came through. Well, I guess they could have slipped out the. All right, yeah, and I guess I'll look at the door that we just came through.
The rear door, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you make your way to the rear door, and it's like shut fast, but the handle is now slick with blood, as if someone tried to get out.
And you mentioned bloody footprints, right?
And the same with the elevator door. The morgue, the door is locked, but there are blood smears as though someone tried to force the doors open.
As everyone is investigating and looking at everything, I'd like to move Dr. Warick to sort of the side,
Yeah.
so to kind of be out of harm's way. And I
Yeah.
am saying to him, "You promised me you wouldn't die here. You wouldn't die in this town, Lawrence.
Come on, buddy. Come on,
I
buddy.
know it's okay."
Yeah, I'm lifting. Yeah, we're sort of lifting him together, like arms under his shoulders.
And
as best I
his
can.
eyes just look wide and desperate as they're like,
Yeah.
and he is like, with what strength he has, he's like sort of like gripping onto your arms and just sort of pleading in whatever way he can, but without being able to speak.
Gonna be okay, buddy. It's gonna be all right. We got this. Friends are here.
Josephine, I'm going to look for something like a bone separator in this room, something that looks almost like a crowbar or something heavy, and then take it to the elevator controls.
A crowbar.
Or like
Don't
any of the bone.
see any sort of like crowbars or things. They've got like bone saws. You've got scalpels.
Hammer? Are there like bone, like chisel hammer to separate ligaments?
This,
Any kind of mallet?
Something to
Do you
crack
want to
bone
look in?
might
Yeah.
Do you want to look in like Dr. Warwick's bag that he brought with him?
Sure. Yeah. If I don't find anything in this room, I'll run back out and try to grab something out of his bag for sure.
In the you're like in the cadaver preparation room. You're meaning?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, in there.
No, there's nothing nothing separate.
All right. Well, then I'll just take Elmo's gun and shoot the controls.
But if you are going into his bag, I will tell you more.
Sorry, misunderstood. I thought his bag was in the other room that I wasn't in.
Yeah, it is, but it's open. It's like it is connected. This isn't like a massive space.
Sure. I'll go.
I
wouldn't go to the gun if I could find something in there's a bag in there. I'll go back to the where his bag is and look in there.
I mean,
that's what Lucky Curly went to jail for was shooting mechanical items left and right.
Hey, you make sure I have operating heavy machinery skills. So
he's got 2 scalpels, a bone saw, a hand axe in there that are like covered in blood.
I'll take the hand axe. That'll do.
Is fire making equipment, including glass bottles of gasoline.
I will also take those. You know what? I'll just take the bag. And I'll go into the other room, and I'll take out the hand axe, and I'll chop the wires to the elevator.
Wait, what wires?
Can I ask a
what
question?
Are you doing?
I'm trying to make sure that whoever's down here cannot go up that elevator, and nobody up there can come down that elevator.
He's trying to scuttle the elevator.
Correct.
Okay, what wires are you accessing right now?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that it's like 1920s mechanics, so I would assume there'd be like a twist, some sort of easy mechanic. It's not going to be like, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's fully protected, but I figured there would probably be something I could, that if I cut that, it'll stop working.
Okay, so you're looking for maybe like an electrical room that controls all of the electronics down here.
Well, maybe I misunderstood it, but at the bottom there, where the elevator door is, to the right
it's locked.
Of that, there looks like there's.
Oh, are you talking about these wires? That's
like
not
just
the elevator.
To call the elevator or something.
I also thought that was the elevator. It's not.
No, there's a box next to the elevator door.
Oh yeah, the little.
You just mean like to call the elevator down? Sure. Right, yeah, it's not on right now because it is shut off. It's like completely locked. The elevator's not.
So it's already not working. The elevator's already.
I didn't say not working. It's just not on.
Yeah, right.
But only lacks power. That's what I mean. I want to make sure no one's coming down that elevator.
If you want to make sure it lacks power, like you would probably need to go to an electrical room.
Okay.
And sort of.
Do you want to smash the panel?
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm trying to say is like, if I smash the panel, is that elevator still going to work? Do I think it'll still work if I smash the panel? Would I know?
You can give me a general knowledge check and education roll.
Would mechanical repair give me any insight into that?
Sure.
Okay, I'll use that then, because that's better than my general knowledge. 28 out of 40.
Yeah. So you think that you could do that, but like I said, right now it is not functioning. So it's not on. It would need to be turned on. It would need to be unlocked. You know that the doors upstairs are also locked.
Okay.
Right? Like from the hospital, because you guys couldn't get in that way.
Yeah. I'm more worried about people coming down here too. It's sort of but that's good. I think this will do. That'll do. I'll smash that panel with the hand axe. If it does something, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and then move back into the other room with that.
Okay.
I am, as we're running around, we situate Dr. Lawrence.
Yeah.
I am I'm looking where like the bloody footprints are, and I want to grab any chemical I can find, because here's the thing. This is an escalation. I thought that perhaps Lawrence was, just paranoid. There's bad people here. He is stabbed. I will, in the name of science, break my Hippocratic oath to do harm, to defend people.
You pull out your medical license, and where it says "First, do no harm," and you cross out the no.
I am looking for chemicals so that I can, because I'm not strong. I don't have a gun. But
Right, you want.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. It does not take you long to find like some sort of like some strong medical chemicals, like I assume like acidic in nature type thing.
Hydrochloric
That's what you're looking
acid.
for. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking for acidic acid.
definitely-
I'm looking for chloroform.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
You're definitely able to find those. Give me a luck roll in general, just to see like kind of how much is at your disposal. But also, I'll take this opportunity to say that there are strange, naked, bloody hand and footprints all around Warick that lead out of the room as well.
Oh, so
Other trails-
they're footprints. They're not shoe prints. We see like
Right.
toes and a
Other
foot.
trails go out the door but lack definition, like smeared blood, as though several large objects were dragged out of here. And so if you want to look at those, you can also give a spot hidden to kind of get a little more information. But yes.
Where would my luck be on the character?
Okay, so I actually think that you guys need to roll your luck because it's at the top. What did you say? It's 3d6?
3d6 times 5.
Yeah.
Times 5, real quick.
3d6 times.
Sorry.
Oh, no,
I thought
you're
that it
good.
was on there already.
Adam, what are you up to? What is Casey doing?
So Casey saw that there was a bloody handprint on the door that we just came in.
Mm-hmm.
So Casey, very shakily, with his gun in his hand, is going over to that door and, like, looking down and seeing if that's where the bloody footprints led to. Like, if someone we came in, then someone went around us and went out the other way. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like we missed them in passing. Is that what Casey is? That's what Casey is trying to ascertain.
Yeah. You don't see any footprints here.
Okay. So then Casey is going to make sure the door is closed.
The door won't open. It is locked now.
Oh, now we're locked in.
Oh no!
Oh, we're locked in. So
That's why I'm getting chemicals. I'm calm
Casey,
or panicked.
So Casey
And
is
I would
trying
love
the
for
door.
all of you to give me a listen roll here.
Oh no! We're locked in all of a sudden. The heck?
What the heck, then, there?
And tell me the types of successes that you got if you get
Failure.
Failed.
Which makes sense because when that makes sense. Dr. Charlotte, because as I come back into the door with the bag and I see you rumming around for chemicals, I pull out what look like 2 containers of gasoline in clear jars. You need these, Doc?
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna.
Doc, give me an education roll.
I've got a 47 over
Okay.
20, but I'm going to spend 27 of my luck to.
You can push. You could just push.
To have one success.
Remind
here.
me what's push?
Just push.
Pushing. Okay. Well, pushing you get to roll again, but there's greater consequences if you fail.
No. I'm gonna take my. We all failed, and I'm gonna spend a bunch of luck to make that a normal success.
Well, hold on, Morgan. Let me see how much I failed by because I
Okay.
No, it's about the same. So go ahead.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. So.
All right. So yeah.
Elmo's the only one. Elmo's so funny.
I'm still here with Dr. Lawrence.
Okay,
Dr.
So you're in
Warick,
the
I'm-
autopsy room, and you
I
can
just sort of-
hear, like, yes, there are your fellow investigators here moving about, but you can very much tell their movement and their footprints, their footsteps. But you hear movement coming from outside the room in various different locations in the morgue, like to your left, to your right, to the north. You can hear it. You know for sure that you are not alone.
We got bogeys outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop back in and be like, the door, it's locked. The one we came in. I can't get it open.
Is there and so does it sound like there's more than one of whatever?
It does sound like there is more than one. And can I get a spot hidden in this room, in the autopsy room?
Yes, you can.
Whoever's in there.
Question for you.
I don't have enough luck for that. That's 90 over 25. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So with my luck, I rolled 80. So I have 85 luck.
Mm-hmm.
So I got enough chemicals. I got enough stuff.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Right. And so now we're doing a spot hidden.
Yes, in the
same room.
autopsy
Okay.
room. Yep.
Cool. I just want to make sure.
I have a success with the spot hit.
Okay.
Hard success.
Okay.
I do not succeed.
Okay. Well, what you see with those successes, and especially the hard success, is what appears to be 7 different types of prints or trails leaving this room.
7.
And I think that that's a great little point.
There's a half dozen people here.
Wait, half dozen, a half baker's dozen. You gotta
Oh
tell
my
me.
What is 6.5 people? We gotta deal with half people now?
Perhaps.
Well,
Honestly, yes, probably.
we'll be right back.
Bye.
Thanks, friends. We'll be right back.
You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot? What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my Eldritch Foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now, can we get back to...
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my Demon-born, half-elemental, catfolk, warlock, bard multi-class with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem. Now face my wrath! You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot?
What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my eldritch foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now can we get back to—
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my demon-born, half-elemental, catfolk, warlock, bard multi-class with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem. Now face my wrath!
All right, so you've heard or you've seen that there are these 7 different trails, 7 different types of prints or trails or whatever you want to call it, leading out of the room. You have heard movement all around the morgue. I also owe you, earlier I asked Dr. Mantis to do an education roll for me. I don't remember if we did that. If we concluded that.
I'll re-roll, and so we can conclude it now.
Basically, it's when you were handed the, glass bottles of gasoline, these supplies.
Yes. I rolled a hard success.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you did. You know that these, you can surmise that he probably brought these in order to operate the morgue's furnace that is down here. Which you also know is anyway. Yeah. You know that there is a furnace down here. You've worked down here. You've worked within the hospitals and everything, and that is probably what he brought it for. Just because you know Dr. Warick and you know the way he thinks, and you got a hard success.
And there were notes about an incinerator, right?
Yes, I was going to say that there was notes about the incinerator, and so with that success. Hard success. I run back to Lawrence, and
he's still kind of struggling, and he's kind of like, you guys have stabilized him, but he's in a lot of pain, and he's like, like trying to convey something to you, and like his hands are, and he's like kind of gurgling. He's trying to get some words out.
I hand him a paper and a pen because I know that he's not going to be able to speak.
All right, let me just do a little roll for him on this side.
Lucky.
I'm a doctor.
Give me my piece back.
Here.
Okay, yeah. I take my gun back from Lucky.
Oh, I see. I was like, you're what?
My piece.
Your piece.
My sidearm.
So he starts sort of like scribbling something on the paper that you've given him. He writes it, but he's struggling to even keep it. And after he finishes writing, he just sort of like collapses unconscious.
Okay.
But he's stable. He's not because you guys have done that work. The paper says, "I cut him up, but everything came alive. You must destroy all the bits and pieces."
Oh, so it's not 7 people, it's 7 different parts running around?
So everyone, not to be alarmist again. So
I would have thought that lithium would have kicked in by now.
No, they do so
clearly
well.
not.
Gonna need something a little stronger.
Yeah.
Seems we have a capture and incinerate situation.
Look, he's got to be crazy, right? This has got to be that he's gone nuts.
Doctor,
There's somebody in here. There's a cult in here doing this.
No,
They're trying to scare us and get us off the scent of this trail.
Lucky, I don't want to dissuade your the logic here because it is very, very logical. You're right. That would make sense. However, Dr. Lawrence, he's a brilliant man. And if he believes that there are parts that are animated, that have come to life, I believe him wholeheartedly because this place is weird. I left Arkham because it's weird.
All right.
Oh, I'm from the underground. I know how weird this place gets, and I can also tell you that this is just some sicko trying to do something. This is not this craziness.
Look, we don't need to have this debate right now.
Right.
One thing at a time, okay? Let's get ourselves out of this room. We're locked in here.
Wait a minute, you guys. I mean, if this is a pieces of bodies crawling around down here, I mean, how do you stop that? None of them have hearts or brains and blood. Obviously, doesn't matter. How do you stop a piece of a body?
You incinerate it.
Burn it up.
You burn it up. You capture it.
I didn't bring a flamethrower. Does anyone have a flamethrower? I got matches.
Well, I got a flick lighter and this Well, I gave all the bottles of gasoline to the doc there, but she's got bottles of gasoline.
Oh,
Question is, in the 1920s, was aerosol cans invented?
I don't think so.
No?
Not to me.
Let's just do a quick Google.
You want to find some hairspray? Or
Well,
you wanna
I
do, like,
did
a
bring my
hairspray
entire
flamethrower?
suitcase.
Oh, literally this very year.
Oh,
1977.
nice.
I think that's a luck roll. If you
Extremely wealthy
Yeah,
woman,
no.
I would have.
The U.S. patent was granted in 1931, so it's probably not quite here yet.
yeah,
The
no,
Norwegians, if you were in Norway,
Oh, of course the
You might have-
Norwegian.
lucky for me, I was
to
in Oslo last weekend.
The Nord.
No, but we have gasoline, we have matches.
So what? We're gonna capture them. Like we're gonna throw a sheet over the top of them and throw them in a furnace.
Well,
I also have this hand axe.
Yes.
So you cut it into more pieces for us to track down.
Well, there are. We don't, maybe not use a sheet, and I start rummaging through the autopsy place to look for the containers in which body parts are stored. Like,
yeah. Wait, where? Like in
just
the
like in
actual,
drawers.
the
There's
drawer
like
things.
Yeah, there's probably jars. Like,
All right, but
Yes.
listen. I mean, we got to get out of this room. Not only because we got to get out of this room, but I'm looking back through the notes that we found in the doc's office, and I mean, it seems like this is all making a little more sense now. If this is crazy, let's all just say that, like, put that over this. But regrowth, regeneration, it's possible that these pieces might start to either come back together or grow another person.
oh my god, I didn't consider that part.
Look, if this is a bunch of
Oh,
pieces
my
of
God.
a person just walking around and this is all this craziness is happening,
But the longer
then
that
all
we're
I
in
can
here,
think of is to grab the pieces and drag them to the incinerator and burn them.
where's
Because
the
we can't
incinerator? Do we
set
know?
this place on fire. There's doctors upstairs. We can't get out.
No, yes, the incinerator. It's down here with us. We are in the morgue. So
Mhm.
let's follow these terrible bloody trail.
Are we splitting up or are we going together?
I want to go
That's
with
a
Casey.
good question.
I love the visual of Casey double fisting coffee in a flask.
Yeah.
You want to go with Casey? All right.
That's
Casey.
you know.
Yeah, where would you like to go? And then also, Surena, you would know that I know that cadaver preparation sounds like there'd be bodies in there, but that's like they're prepared in there, but you would know that the bodies would be in cold storage, which
Yes.
is in another
Area.
room.
Yeah.
So we found the door that we'd already come through had been
Yeah.
locked now. Is
Yes,
the opposite door. Okay. sorry.
Locked behind you, basically.
Okay.
Is Josephine? Is there a body bag or two in this room?
Body bags were not invented, or they were not used yet until.
Are there sheets?
Are there sheets in here?
Yeah, because they would have like laid a sheet over the top of it. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
Yeah, that seems likely. Yes.
Okay. Then what Casey's gonna do is he's gonna rifle through the drawers till he finds like a couple of sheets.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I guess we could throw some of these over the top of them and kind of like tie them up, you know?
It's great,
Alright.
great thinking.
Good. Do we know where the
Okay.
incinerator is?
Yes, and I say where because I've been here.
Yeah, so you go down into the cadaver preparation room, and then the room to the left of that, you know that it is through there.
That's the incinerator to the left?
I see.
Wait,
Yeah.
nope.
No, I think it's the far
I
left.
lied to
looks
you.
like that looks like another.
Yes, the far left.
So we have to go out. That's not immediately connected to this. room.
Yeah, but you guys are currently still in the autopsy suite, yes?
So
Yes,
here's
yeah.
the question. Are we going straight to the incinerator or are we going to go look for parts and then go to the incinerator?
I think we got to find it first.
The parts, or
Clarify it.
I mean, try find the parts first.
yes.
Well, shouldn't we light the incinerator?
Well,
Yeah.
the incinerator.
You know, you know that it works with electricity. You don't need it like
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
an
okay.
electric incinerator.
Got it.
Oh, how nice.
As long as the electricity from the hospital stays intact, we should be okay.
Okay.
Let's more importantly, I'm afraid that these parts are going to go up to the rest of the hospital. There are
No way.
patients upstairs. We need to protect them.
Yeah.
I've already jammed the elevator and the door outside, and the only other way out of here is locked, according to Casey. So
Good. Because remember, if it is parts, they could be any size, any number of sizes. So let's proceed with caution.
I have a question for Josephine. Josephine, what is the damage of a hand axe?
We should look that up. We should
Let's
Google
look that
it.
up.
Yeah.
1 second.
Assume it would be like a D6, right? That's just
I mean, I have a
Wait.
because I have a switchblade, which is 1d4 plus my damage bonus.
Let's see. The bone saw is 1d4 plus 1. So let's say that it's similar to that.
Okay,
Great.
1d4 plus 1. Great. Perfect. Thank you.
That sounds right.
That's better than my brawl, so great.
Hatchet. 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Plus DB. 1d6
which
plus
is
1 plus
zero.
DB. Yep. Okay.
All right, so we're going together to the furnace, or are we splitting up to find parts, or going together to find parts? I'm
think we
confused
gotta-
as to what.
Parts first, and then the furnace, and then we take them to the furnace, unless we need to feel it necessary to check that the furnace is operational.
We should follow the prints.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's
Yeah,
seven.
Are you sticking together or are you?
I think for the moment we should.
Okay, so you're sticking together. Which direction would you like to go first? It basically goes all directions out of this room.
Well, first we have to. Is the opposite door from the one we came in? Is that unlocked
In the autopsy suite?
in the autopsy suite?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
able to go through.
And there are handprints that are going out that door.
There is a trail going out of that
Yeah.
door.
All right. So you said, Doc, that the incinerator's this way. What? Two birds, one stone. Let's follow the path that are of this viscera that goes towards the incinerator.
Did you say 2 birds, 1 scone?
Yeah.
Yes, because you feed the
I don't
bird
like to be violent
stone.
when I can avoid it. You know, I like to keep the
Yeah.
violence out of my colloquialisms.
I love that.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this about prison, Elmo, but if you talk about violence, they tend to squash it with a little bit of violence. So, you know.
Oh.
Also, there's no better place for scones than the joint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Best scones I ever had in the
Yeah.
joint.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You learn something new every
Them
day.
prison scones. Yummy.
That's it. Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
One.
I'm first man through the door again.
Okay,
right
so you're
behind
going out the west door of the
correct.
autopsy
Yeah, the
suite.
west door. Yep.
As you step out, I mean, those of you that have already been out in the hallway, like what you're noticing is that these trails become a lot harder to discern. There's a lot of blood
Yeah.
that seems to be smeared all over the ground and like drips and things. And like it is hard to necessarily follow, like a distinct trail. But if you want to tell me what room you want to, I don't know, go check out, that'd be fine. But as you step out, I do want you all to do a listen check and listen roll.
Come on, man.
I have a question when you got time, Josephine, about what we can see.
In the hallway? Or
Yeah, just
from
like general level of lighting. Is it lit?
Oh yeah,
in
it's
here?
it's
Yeah.
lit. Yep.
Okay.
The lights are on.
Are there
And it's like electricity.
Yeah.
Success.
96 over 20?
Oh,
I
no.
like horrible
You're-
failure.
Yeah.
I jabbed myself in the ear accidentally.
So extreme success, right? Because I rolled double zeros and a 5, so that's 5.
Whoa!
Yeah, well, it
Wow.
depends what your listen is, but
Yeah, my listen is 30, 15, 6.
Cool.
oh, okay, yes. Yes. So an extreme success. Okay. So you Casey, you hear like some movement ahead of you guys. In the room to the left of the autopsy. Not connected, but just like sort of across the hall.
Okay.
Where it seems to be like desks inside if you're looking
Got
at
it.
the image.
Yep.
You hear what sounds like talking. And Lucky, you hear this too. But you also like hear this weird like squelching.
Can I make out any of the talking?
Any of the talking? As you get closer, if you guys are hear the voice talking and sort of make your way over, you're hearing like, hello, hey, is this Arkham Police? Please, I need help. I
would say we don't know for certain that there aren't like innocent people down here. So yeah.
Elmo, if you start to hear that and start to go towards that door, I will pause you and go, just because we're talking about parts and this craziness going on, something's getting squelched or eaten in there. I'm hearing kind of noises. So,
all right, everybody ready? We cut to the corners. Check your backs. Okay, ready?
Okay.
What? 3, 2, 1.
So you're running in.
Yes.
To that left-hand room.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So as you go in, you see a head, just a floating head, a severed head that is just on its side on the desk with a telephone receiver in front of it, and it seems to be making a call. It's like, and it sees you and it's like, please help, I'm being attacked. I need help. I'm at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital. I've been attacked. I need police officers to come immediately.
Any other parts? Anything else in the room? If I like that,
as
obviously my eyes are
see,
drawn there.
Yeah, as far as you can see in here it's just a head.
Question, Josephine.
Yeah.
Do we recognize the head?
You do...
Like, is this a person that we know or that's prominent in? No, not at all. Okay. We recognize that it is a head.
But you will all need to do a sanity.
That's what I was about to ask.
Oh, sure, I guess.
And also, you said floating.
No. He's on his side on the desk.
Okay.
I meant I'm the floating head.
You're the floating head. Okay, because that's different.
No, he's not floating. He's on his side, on its side on the desk, just in front of this phone receiver.
Success 33 under 40.
Okay.
Success 29 under 50.
Okay.
Success. 2.
Woo.
Ooh.
We've seen severed heads before.
Oh, severed head.
Everyone succeeded?
57 under 60.
Everyone who succeeded still loses 1 sanity.
Yeah, makes sense.
Would be...
Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna rush to the phone.
Okay. As you rush over, the head sort of looks towards and tries to bite you if you go to get the receiver or anything.
Can we bat the head away?
I'm gonna
sure. First we're gonna do an opposed. Do you want to fight back, or do you want to try and dodge?
I will dodge.
This?
I will dodge.
You will dodge this. Okay.
So because it's attacking me, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to bite your hand.
Yeah.
Bro.
I got a pretty good dodge. Okay.
Okay.
And it's opposed.
So this is opposed. Yes. I get this bite.
Ooh, heck yeah. That's
great.
That's an extreme success, 11 under 70.
You definitely dodge it, but it's just because it's like a head on its own, and it just kind of rolls around and tries to bite towards you.
And if I can, I'll hang up the phone.
Oh, you're just gonna hang it up.
Okay. You're not gonna.
It is hung up.
We could have talked to them and been like, it's a joke or it's a gag. I'm gonna pull the sheet out of from beneath my arm and toss it over the top of the head.
Okay. It tries to struggle against you. Let me look at stats did you have here? Let's do just a strength roll to kind of try and keep it contained, within this.
Sure. I'm good at this. Oh yeah. Extreme success. 3 under 80.
Woo!
Wow.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, you
That's so strong.
absolutely do that. The head's like, unhand me. This is let go. What are you doing to me? No.
Wham! And I'm gonna
Oh no! Wait, you can talk to the head. No, do you?
I think you would have
Slam it against
panicked.
the
and just,
desk.
like,
Okay.
slam it against the desk.
Give me your like what's your sort of, do you have like a brawl damage? Give me your damage.
Let's see here. Yes, my brawl damage. So would be plus my. I'm gonna roll this plus this. Wow, 5.
Holy
Crushing it.
Okay, and is like,
Truly.
oh.
No, don't do that. Hey,
How? Okay, everyone is. We have learned now that we are all not good under pressure. Hello. Hi. That head. Hello, head.
What do you want? What do you want with me?
How are you here?
Let go of me! Do you know who I am?
I don't. Tell me. Tell me who you are.
I don't need to explain myself to you. I don't need to explain myself to you. And the lights go out. We're now in pitch darkness. Give me another strength roll.
Me?
No.
Yeah.
in the dark, you hear Lucky say, "Doc, I owe you an apology."
No, well, I mean, I guess you know what. You know what? I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push. Oh, so much better. All right, that is because like I have an 80 strength. Like, there's no reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's awesome.
So
Casey is ripped.
that is it's a hard success.
Okay. So you've in the darkness you can't see, but you felt like something pulling against the bag, like pulling it away from you, but you're able to like yank it back and hold on to it. And there's kind of this like squelching, like
Something's trying to take the bag. Someone, give me some light.
I'll pull out my flick lighter and
so you have the light of a lighter right now.
yeah.
So you can't see very much. You still have the head, and it is starting to like
I
kind
would
of
say if
agitate.
the bag is jiggling around, once I see that Casey has like kind of like got it back under control, I will jam my gun against the head with the bag and just like, you got a gun against what your head right now, which is all you are, but so you need to talk to us.
Oh yeah? Just shoot me, see what happens.
No.
You think I care?
And I'm gonna turn to Elmo. No, you don't understand. Someone tried to take the bag from me.
Someone's in the room with us. Okay.
All right. We should probably get this head into the incinerator because it doesn't sound like it's got its head on its shoulders.
I
Don't applaud.
Ron Ogden, everybody.
Hey, you did Elmo. I had.
I know.
No, seriously, we should probably just throw it in the incinerator. It does not sound like it's easy to. It's not going to listen to us.
find the other possible part that's in here. 2 birds, 1 scone. Remember, if we're making multiple trips.
All right, everybody, slowly back to the south, back towards the door.
Hold on. But let's just stop where we are. Doc, do you have that bottle of gasoline?
I do here.
Casey, do you have some? You have sheet?
I was gonna, yeah.
An extra one? You got an extra one?
Oh yeah. Here, you can tear it up.
All right. Around the hand axe, I'm going to wrap the sheet, pour a little gasoline on it, and so we can get a torch going.
Torch.
Okay.
I was gonna say, wait, did anyone check to see if the light switch was just thrown? Maybe.
Well, now we have fire.
Okay, all right.
No.
Fire.
I was gonna say, I think also that Elmo has pulled out. He's got a Bic lighter as well, a Zippo, and like gun in one hand, Zippo in the other, like checking the floors, checking because these are body parts. So I'm literally like looking for a hand or something.
Do you want to check the switch or no?
Yes.
Okay, so you go over your switch, you flip it up, and it doesn't come back on.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like it is black.
Wish it were that
the lights
simple,
are out
kids.
throughout. not just in this room. Like
Oh,
the hall
lights are
is dark.
out.
Like the
Now
lights
we got a
are out.
problem. The
The
furnace
incinerator's
is probably
electrical.
out. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I know a little bit of electricity. All I do is need to find the fuse box, anything like that. I can do a little bit of repair. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Doc, do you know where the electrical fuse box might be?
I admit I've never been there. I know a lot of things about this morgue place, but only where we work. We should. Do we have light now with the burning?
You have just sort of in your general area. Yeah.
Do we see anything else in the room with us?
Give me a spot hidden.
Ooh, can I also roll that?
Yes, let's all. I feel like when the torch
but...
illuminated, we looked.
Yeah. I'm focused on the head. I can't see shit.
Success. Language.
Sorry.
Fail.
18 under 25.
Nice.
You don't see anything else in the room with you.
Okay.
But you do see like drips of like blood and more smears near where you were standing.
Casey, can you please bring this entity towards me?
Yeah, here.
Hello in there. Do you experience pain?
I do.
Well, that and I take out a little bit of the caustic acid I have, and I drip one drop.
Whoa!
And I say, "Tell us who you are. If you experience pain, I can be here for a very long time."
Just get it over with. I was born in pain. You think I don't know pain? You think it scares me?
Well, it doesn't scare you, but maybe it inconveniences you. If you are so high and mighty, don't you have things you need to be doing? Isn't this a deterrent?
The longer you stay here with me, the better.
I see.
Excuse me. Hey, Casey, can I hold that bag for a second? Thank you. And I literally put the flame underneath the bag.
Ooh.
And trying to light it on fire.
Oh, you're gonna try and just light it on fire?
Yep.
Yeah. How easily do sheets just light
Sheets?
up, actually?
It depends on what it is. If it's cotton, pretty quick.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You can set the sheets on fire.
What are you doing?
We are trying to talk to a head, and we're supposed to burn it. So that's what I'm doing.
Wait, but perhaps it has more information for us.
It's playing with us. And last thing that I learned about, fire ain't so good, is it?
I will be reborn.
Is there a trash can or anything like that in the room in this office?
Yeah.
I literally I
I'll just
grab the
drop it
trash
in
can,
there.
I dump it, and I'm like, here, put it in here.
And I'll pour a little gasoline on top of it as I throw it in there.
Yeah.
It screams, and if you're sticking around to watch, you see these like plumes of purple smoke coming up out of
That can't
this.
be good.
We might want to get out.
Everyone, do not inhale that. And I put something, and I'm trying to get out of this room now.
A little with a little
overwhelming.
With a little too practiced, like he's done it many times before. Elmo definitely basically takes the pieces of his shirt he was ripping off to help the doc and basically puts it over his mouth. It's as if he's far too comfortable doing that.
And so you're back into the hallway.
Yeah.
Another listen roll, please.
But because we saw other blood drops on the floor and everything like that, I will stay looking in the office, even though after we're in the hall for a little bit, I will stay gun trained in the office, basically making sure there's nothing on our backs.
Are there extreme failures?
Fumbles, yeah.
Yeah, if you were like 100 or 99 or something.
Okay.
I gotta. I rolled a 95 over 20. That's terrible.
I got an 80 over 30.
I think that's still okay. Yeah, that's still okay.
I also failed.
Yeah, we all failed.
You all failed. Okay, so where do you want to head to next?
We've We got to get the lights back on.
So there's a door there, right? And I point across and you said, is that the furnace, Doc?
If you guys quickly look inside, you can confirm it is, yeah.
Yes.
And nothing else in there right now? Nothing else in the incinerator room?
Yeah.
You don't see anything.
And it's off, right? The furnace is clearly off.
We need to get the electricity back on.
All right. Okay. Well, that room there, that's back to where we found the... What do we do with the Doc? Is he just in there by himself?
He lost consciousness last year.
Yes. We moved him to a safer location, but nobody is safe here. And we don't want to be...
Did you moved him to the corner of the...
Yeah, we put him on one. It looks like seats or something, or file cabinets. We'll put him up on top of that. But if we're heading back in that direction, I'll poke my head in and just make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he's still there, and he is kind of like turning his... He's not like completely out, but yeah, you see sort of like...
Right. We got a door there, and a point to the north door from the... And then there's... couple doors down there, and there's one around the hallway that I saw when we came in.
Where's the elevator?
The elevator's back through the autopsy room on that door that I came out when I went in there.
Well, it makes sense if the electrical room would be close to the elevator.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, there was a door in there. Maybe did it look like cold storage, that other door that was in that room, or did I have enough to recognize that when I went in? The door on the left.
Yeah, that is. You guys can piece together that is probably where cold storage is connected to the cadaver.
Yeah. Okay. So the only other place it could be then is
the south
around the hallway
southeast.
there.
Yeah. All right, everybody, stick together, tight in bunches. We're gonna make our way through the hall.
Yep.
Okay, so you are going
to the southeast. So around.
Yeah. That southeast corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we want to cut through the autopsy theater?
I would say that since we already know.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, yeah, to go across. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so you get to the door. Who's going in first?
I'll go.
I asked for no reason.
I'll go because I have electrical expertise. I have a pretty good electrical repair, so I'm like mind on it.
Can you do a spot hidden roll as you open the door?
Not great at that. That's a fail, but only by 10. So I will use some more luck.
Okay.
I will use some luck to make it a regular success.
A success. Okay, so right as you're about to step in, you realize that there are electrical wires that have been pulled from the switch box in here and laid out in front, almost like a trap for you to walk into. And so you're able to sidestep those, and it's pretty easy for you to kind of like move it out of the way. But you also see 2 arms, and everyone sees this, 2 arms in there. One messing with the electrical supply. One of them is holding a wrench. The other one's holding a long screwdriver.
Oh no!
And they start running. They start hopping towards y'all, hopping with their weapons, gearing to attack.
Okay. I'll
another sanity check, or are we good here?
Yes, there is another sanity check.
Are we fine? Are we good?
Was the head enough, or
not great?
No, that's a big fail.
That's a
success, which is
okay.
Startling.
How many failures?
Are there levels of success?
No, for this, no.
33 under 40.
Okay, so how many?
19 under 59. Yeah.
86 over 50.
Okay, the rest of y'all do lose 1 sanity, and then Casey, you lose. Oh no!
Oh no!
Casey, no!
You lose 5 sanity.
Oh no!
Which means
madness, right? Yeah.
Temporary.
Which means first, this is a lot.
It's a lot.
I need you to do an intelligence roll for me to see if you become temporarily insane.
All right.
Now you want to fail this.
Okay, so I want to roll
high.
High.
Yes.
Okay. So
what is your intelligence?
50.
Okay.
I'm trying to get above a 50.
50-50 shot. You've got luck.
4.
Oh, that's an extreme failure.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, so just so you know, for the next 7 hours.
Oh no.
Wait, listen. Yes, hold on. For the next 7 hours, you do have this temporary insanity. It doesn't have to affect you, like, it's not like full blown, right?
No, right.
Like,
I don't have to be
this is
like,
something that's going to be, you can still have your own actions and everything, like, over these next, except for right now, you're going to have a bout of madness.
Sure.
And I'm going to define that for you by rolling on the bouts of madness table.
Jeez.
Put the gun to my head.
No.
And it's going to, let me see. So that's, well, I mean, that makes sense. I think you flee in panic.
Oh yeah.
So you're compelled to get as far away from this right now, just for the next 4 rounds. So for the next 4 rounds, you're like, I'm not dealing with this.
Casey is going to drop his gun, backpedal, turn and run to the door that we came in, and is just pulling on the door trying to get it to open.
Yeah. Okay.
Casey, I'll get the left. You get the Casey.
Now, for the rest of you, when we do combat here in Call of Cthulhu, it is based off your dexterity scores.
Cool.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you what you want to do. If you are using a gun in any way, that adds 50 to your dex.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Basically, guns fire off quicker than like someone
makes sense.
Swinging something, etc. So, what do you guys want to do? They are going to be attacking you. Like their intent, like they're coming at you with a wrench and a screwdriver.
I would like to take a shot at the long screwdriver arm.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot. Okay.
I will shoot at the other one.
If I add 50 to my dex, that makes it 110.
Okay,
if I
and
add 50, that makes it 130.
Yeah, so Ron's gonna be first.
Cool.
Then we've got Morgan.
I'd like to pick up the gun that was dropped because they have a wrench and a screwdriver.
Oh, Casey's gun?
Yeah, I don't want them to pick it up.
Dropped by no one in particular. We don't want to accuse anyone of dropping it and running away.
Okay, so that'll make your dex 100. Okay.
This found handgun.
Yes, I just want to grab it.
Could have come from anywhere.
Yeah. Wow, handgun.
So then first up is going to be Ron, is going to be Lucky. So if you can do a firearms, if that's what you're using.
So it says I can do up to 3 attacks. Is that before I have to reload?
I think where it says
you're using an automatic.
Yeah, I'm using an automatic. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
32 automatic. What?
38.
38 automatic.
Oh, you got a 38. Oh.
Number of attacks is like for mine. It says number of attacks.
I'm a criminal, man. I got the good guns.
Parentheses 3.
Yes, I wish I knew more about this. What I'm gonna say is that you could do 3, and then probably I'm making this. This might not be the exact Cthulhu rules. You can do 3 attacks, and then I feel like you need to like reload, spend the next turn, reloading it or something.
Got it.
That sounds good. All right. So the first attack is extreme success. 5. I rolled a 5.
Wow. Extreme success.
Yep.
I believe we're gonna double your max double damage. I think on that one.
Oh, max. That would be 10.
Yeah. So I think you're probably gonna take out the arms. Yeah, they're out in the first shot. So they stop moving. You're able to take them out like very, very quickly.
That's so cool.
Or one of them at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have 2 more shots, so if I take that one out, I'll shoot the other one. Yeah. And the second one is that is a hard success at 20.
Okay.
Over 20.
So you want to just do your damage real quick?
Yeah, and that one's going to be 7.
Okay, they're both out. Lucky comes in and immediately starts shooting, and they were like hopping towards you so menacingly with the screwdriver and wrench, and then they just like drop to the side after those 2 shots.
Are the
unload?
Look, they might have had guns, but I had a bigger one.
Are the cables on the ground like sparking and live, or?
Yeah, they are live.
Okay.
Yeah, but would you like to look at the breaker box and
Yeah, absolutely. But
let's
let's bag up the arms. Do we have something to wrap them up in?
I was going to. I think the blanket and everything is in the fire that we currently have in that trash can.
Yeah.
I think this is very instinctual. I'm going to grab them with my hands and run them into the fire.
Back
in
the office?
Is the fire still going in the office, you think?
Yeah, I put a little gasoline in it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You want to run it back over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with her, Lucky.
Well, what are we gonna do about Casey? What are you doing?
Get me out of here!
Yeah.
I can't be in here. This is.
It'll probably start, wearing off in the next 5 minutes or so, but not before.
Look,
Dr. Mantis goes running by with the arms, right?
I'm just holding severed arms.
At which point
I'm
going to
before you go.
Yes.
Put him in this bag. And I'll open up Dr. Warwick's handbag and just.
I feel like
you took his bag. I thought you brought it to the other room and took out the gasoline.
I was taking that's why I had all the stuff in it, because that's why I also gave her the gasoline while we were in there. So I've been carrying around the bag.
Throw them in the handbag.
And I honestly think that because
it's literally a handbag now because there's hands in it.
Well, I think that I don't think I would throw it in the bag. I think I would just take it and run because it has to be fast.
Yeah.
But also body parts don't freak me out. This is not disgusting to me.
Sure.
I've got this.
I think that's like the only thing I can do in this situation because I'm not a fighter. I am just a medical professional. And what I can do is hold.
Are you running or are you just walking away?
I'm taking them and I'm running to make sure I can put it in the fire.
Great. Are you still holding a torch? A makeshift torch or?
Yeah.
All right, so are you running out alone, Dr. Mantis, like into the darkness?
That's what I was going to do, yes.
Casey, unless you have something, you're just in the darkness, like.
Well, no, and then as I see her coming out of the room, backlit, holding 2 arms.
That doesn't help.
That's what I wanted.
I'm going to release the door that I'm trying to open.
Yeah.
Turn and run further, and it looks like, if I'm reading your map right, the room directly, I turn around and run basically into the bathroom.
Oh, the room that's directly, to the north, because you're trying to get away from me.
So I'm going to run into the bathroom, look around, see a stall, and just dive into the stall and slam the door.
Okay, great. Okay.
Now you're in the dark.
I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking logically.
No, he's having a break.
Yeah. Sorry, so I couldn't hear because everyone was who is going with Dr. Mantis? Or are you just going into the darkness alone?
There's no light here, right? There's no light for Elmo.
No.
So
I do have my own lighter, but
but you want to stay. No, I think stay with it because the thing is too, we lit a trash fire, you guys.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. There's gonna be some light.
True.
Closer. I think passing the autopsy is going to be dark. That's going to be very dark the entire time. But if I can get through that, then there'll be the glow of the burning trash can.
And you're just retracing your steps, so hopefully you have a little more familiarity with that.
Yes.
So you're going through the autopsy suite?
Because it would be faster than going around. Yeah. As
you're going through there, you arrive in as Dr. Warick is suddenly like screaming. He's like, well, trying to, but you can't see what's happening. He's struggling. He's like, and he's like slamming metal, like, and there's like obviously like some sort of conflict happening in this room. And stuff is like falling off of the table, clattering to the ground where you've put him.
In the dark, holding arms.
I I am not. I
didn't see it going this way.
I think I am not is probably pretty close. Yeah.
Because I'm not like particularly like martial combat. I'm not, but also
I think that cinematically we should cut to what's happening in the electrical room at the same time, just in case.
Perfect.
Figure this out.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Bring some lights back.
Please.
Great. So yeah, I will move forward to examine the electrical box once the arms are out. Once I hear Casey, Kate.
Yeah, and Lucky's going, Casey, get out of the bathroom. We need you.
Okay, let's do an electrical repair
Yeah.
roll from you.
Pretty good.
And Casey, after this goes through, you can start kind of coming back to yourself after this roll.
Okay.
You kind of start steadying yourself.
That's a failure. Can I put? I will push.
Yeah.
I'll do
Push,
my one
dealing
push.
with live wires and electronics.
Wouldn't go wrong. Sounds safe.
I mean, if I could spend almost all of the rest of my
No,
luck to
push.
succeed.
Push.
All right, I'm pushing. Come on, come on.
It's Cthulhu.
Okay, all right. That is a failure, but it's only a failure by 9. So I can spend 9 of my luck to. Or if I push, can I not use luck?
Let me see.
I don't think you use
Once
luck.
you push, I don't think you can use luck.
That's still
I
a failure.
screenshotted exactly this rule so that
It's
I could
59 over 50. It's not a terrible failure.
Oh no, it doesn't say that. Yeah,
Oh,
luck points.
okay.
You can't spend luck on luck rolls, damage rolls, sanity
what it is.
rolls, or to determine amount of sanity points lost. But it doesn't
Got it.
say you can't use
Okay.
them. Wait,
So-
nope. Luck points may not be spent to alter the result of a pushed roll. Sorry, buddy.
You're fine. Nope, I failed. Yeah, not a horrible failure, but a failure.
Okay. Let's see how much damage you take.
I mean, it's a horrible failure because
As-
you pushed.
Yeah.
Electricity arcs out of these wires that you're handling to, oh my god, what are your hit points?
15.
Okay, you take 6 damage
Wow.
as you are like electrified, like momentarily, and you let go of everything
Okay.
in front of you. It doesn't mean that you can't attempt this again. It's just that you're very
Elmo, be careful.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You need some of this painkiller?
Yeah. All right, I'll toss back a couple painkillers and try it again.
Sure. And Casey, you are like coming to at this point. Oh man. Yeah, this is all at the same
Is there
time.
anything
Okay.
I could do to bolster
Go on, let's
my
see how this goes.
Yeah, let's
bolster my
finish
roll?
that.
Dr. Mantis, you are hearing like bones snapping. Like the struggling is continuing, but it's getting less. There's less strength in the struggle. You can tell, like there's less being pushed around. You know.
Okay. Is it still? Do I go or do I wait for Morgan to turn the lights
No,
on?
let's get that electrical.
Yeah,
Let's see on that repair.
I love that you just grabbed onto these live wires, electrocuted yourself, and you're like, one more time.
Do it again.
do it again.
Come on, Elmo.
Okay.
Come on,
Do
Private Tim.
rubber grounding.
Anything? Okay. Bring the lighter closer, Lucky.
Here.
Give me a better look. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that is a hard success.
Okay.
18 under 50.
All right, you're able to navigate this. You're able to get the lights back on, and as you do, Dr. Mantis, the lights come back on into the autopsy suite, and Dr. Warick's body is completely enveloped by viscera and guts that have strangled and chokehold and are wrapped around his body and are contorting it in a way. And unfortunately, he looks like he is gone. Like you can tell. You've
Yeah.
seen enough as a doctor.
Mhm.
And when the lights come back on, they release his body, and you see that working up the wall and back into the vents above.
In the vents!
You hear this like blood curdling, glass shattering scream from the autopsy room.
And a sanity roll, please.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. You just
Oh,
watched a stomach and lower intestine crawl into a vent.
weirdly,
After it
2.
strangled a man.
You're like,
Okay.
at this point, you know
what?
what else is gonna happen?
Not the first time
I
I've
said
seen that.
parts. I was expecting
Still
parts.
Yeah, still 1 sanity from this.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Doc?
but you're able to continue through after you scream.
Yeah, I scream and run the other way
Okay.
from the slithering intestines.
Yeah,
Still holding
Yeah, Lucky-
arms.
and making
Lucky
your
will
way to the
also
office.
turn and make his
Yeah.
way towards the screen.
Yeah. Okay, you get to the office. You're able to deposit the hands into that fire, and you feel like you timed it just right because, like, even though you saw them go completely inert, as you're about to like put them in, you kind of like feel almost starting to twitch a little bit. But as you throw them in, like they succumb once more, and are added to the head that has been like basically is like melting in there. But there's more of that acrid purple smoke that starts to like kind of billow out as it burns.
I would like to, because I'm panicky too, if there is a medical metal tray, I want to put it on top. No, that would stop the flame. I don't know. Never mind. Never mind.
Curly, the incinerator should be working. Toss him in. If I see Curly running towards where the doc was screaming.
Yeah. I will. So I run. Yeah, I'm running towards the screen. Which by the time I get there, I imagine she's already out. the
Like
door.
running out. Yeah. Do you
Right.
follow?
And so I follow through there. But do I see the doc's body?
Yeah, Doc is
No.
dead. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. And then I'll follow through to make sure that the doc is okay. That Charlotte's
Yeah.
okay.
The other doc.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
other Doc. Yeah,
Doc 1?
Doc
Mantis.
Mantis.
The
Dr.
living
Mantis.
doctor. The
Doc
living-
Mantis, MD.
MD. Charlotte.
Okay. And then, Casey? What are you doing?
So Casey dove into the bathroom. All he had
Right.
was a book of matches. So he had like struck a match and he was sitting there in the toilet with
Yeah.
the match kind of sputtering.
Yeah.
And
Can you give me a listen roll?
of course I can.
Bud. Running into bathrooms.
That was a misaligned. Oh, that is a hard success.
Nice.
Okay.
You can hear the thing that's
You
gonna
can
kill
hear from you're in one of those stalls, and like there's a door right ahead of you, and you can hear from in that room, like, or in the rooms following, like you hear just like the
And so what I'm doing is I'm picking my feet up off the ground. So I'm kind of squatting on top of the toilet.
yeah.
And the
Like a
lights
high
aren't on.
schooler hiding from bullies.
Exactly. And the lights still aren't on yet, I'm assuming. So my match is still sputtering. And it goes out. So I go and I light another one. And when you're saying it's I'm hearing this noise, is it from the next stall over or the main part of the bathroom?
No, like the next room over.
The next room over.
So the wall behind
Yes.
you, probably.
Oh, the wall behind you.
No,
is,
probably in front of you if you're in one of
Right.
these stalls. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I sorry. I had this room.
And then the lights turn back on.
Oh. Okay, so I let the drop the match, obviously. And
And when the lights turn on, you start hearing like
Feet.
so what I'm going to do,
What's
because my feet are up on the thing, is I'm going to slowly bend over and look underneath the bottom of the doorway. Of the
So
stall.
there's stalls. Yeah. You don't
So-
see anything there.
So I'm gonna slowly unlatch the door and peek out.
Uh-huh. Coast seems clear, but you see these weird like drips of blood, like all over these like tiles. What you see here is a bathroom, but also there's showers in here. This seems like a overnight for workers, like for nurses and anyone else in the hospital overnight to clean up and stuff.
I am not armed right now because oh no, I have my switchblade. I pull out my switchblade. So I have a switchblade in my hand, and I'm slowly looking down. And there are shower stalls. You're saying?
Yeah.
So I'm slowly looking into the stall. Is there anything?
They look clear.
So I'm from further. Casey, where are you?
So then, keeping my eyes on the shower stalls, I'm gonna back towards the door I came in through.
Okay. The main one, yeah.
Yeah, the main door. And I'm going to push it open. And again, keeping my eyes on the room that I was just in, I'm going to back into the main hall. I heard something.
Yeah,
okay.
I am at the end of the hall.
What are you two do? Okay, so Lucky and
Lucky is chased.
Elmo.
Yeah.
Lucky's chased Charlotte, but
Okay.
Elmo is still down in the electrical
Where
room.
that electrical. So you're at the end of the hall. Yeah.
Jeez, Casey, come on, man.
Well, no. Before he reaches you,
Okay.
because he's just at the door. He's at the end of the hall. You're
Yeah.
at the bottom. As Casey backs out of that door, you walk out to see like what's going on, and you see these like tendrils descending from the vent above Casey.
Oh!
As this viscera drops down on top of you.
Oh,
On top of Casey?
On top of Casey, yeah. You're watching this happen.
Casey!
I need 2 sanity rolls.
Ah!
Wait, from me? 2 sanity for me? Or
No, 1 from you and 1 from El.
I mean, that would have made sense. I'm covered in viscera.
Wow. Okay.
The viscera 5, so.
Doing good on sanity now. 12 under 40.
Okay. 1 sanity loss. Oh no,
it's
Casey.
still 1. Jeez. I'm
95 over 50.
Oh no.
This makes sense. This honestly.
Okay, but I rolled low. You lose 2.
Oh wow, that's it?
Yeah.
I lost
Yeah.
more on the arms.
You don't have
I
much
know.
left. You can't have much left at this point, right?
I'm at 42. I'm at
40 something.
yeah, 41. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, great.
But he is getting close to becoming indefinitely insane, yeah.
So the viscera, it falls, like, does it envelop me?
Yes, so it is going to try and strangle you. What would you like to do?
So I imagine I got my switchblade in one hand. I push open the door. I'm backing up, and I say, there was this, and it drops on top of me.
Yeah.
At which point I would scream, I assume, and then I'm sure some of the viscera would probably get into my mouth and wrap itself around my neck, and I would be unable to scream. So
yeah,
I
it
would,
is attempting to strangle you. It's going to get to go first.
Right. So what I would do is I would drop the switchblade, grab at it, and try and pull it off me.
Okay. So first it is going to try and strangle you. Okay, so you're trying to do a maneuver, basically. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm guessing because I'm reacting to what it's doing, right?
Yeah, or you can do a dodge. Yeah,
I wouldn't. I mean,
attempt to dodge.
Yeah, it's already got.
Well,
me.
it's dropped on you, but like you can still. This is all in real time. Try to shift out of the way if you'd like to try and dodge instead.
It's like a face hugger.
Yeah, no, I think I would grab. I think it would be a grab. It was
Okay.
if it's coming straight down at me, and I don't see it coming, and I feel it touch me, I'm gonna kind of reach up for it. It makes sense to me.
Okay, I am going to roll for it to strangle. So you're gonna do a contested brawl roll here.
Okay.
Because you're trying to fight against it essentially.
Okay, rolling brawl.
You got this. You got this.
I'm decent at brawl.
Strangle. Okay. Just looking at all of these options. Oh no. I just rolled a 1.
And I rolled a 97.
So there are extreme successes. There are critical successes as well, which is on a 1.
Oh God.
I'm just like,
that's just outstanding. I mean, come on, guys. That's
No, happy Halloween, baby.
No, happy Halloween. No, this is
you know what?
so good.
But,
I'm
you
just-
know, it's okay. It's actually not that much damage. It's just that it's going to keep doing you're strangled, and basically each round it's going to automatically be doing damage to you until you can get this off. So
Sure.
it starts by doing 4 damage to you.
4 damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Yep, and it is like fully wrapped around your neck. Now, Elmo, you see this. It's just that was a bit of a surprise. Let me look at your
Bit of a surprise. You know,
Bit of a surprise.
bit of a surprise.
Bit of a surprise.
You would get to go now at this point.
Those wires. So I fixed the fuse box, obviously, but those wires that were sparking on the floor, they're not. Are they not sparking anymore?
No, you basically had to reattach them. Basically,
Oh,
came
okay,
from
got
there.
it. All
You
right.
know, you fixed it.
All right. I'm running to you. I'm not.
If you want
gonna
to,
shoot.
you can choose to try and help. So, like, you have to do either I need a hard strength or hard dex if you're trying to free.
Okay. And you dropped your switchblade on the floor.
Yes, the switchblade is on the ground.
Or what you can do as well is you can use this action to assist Adam in his next roll to get free, so he'll get a bonus die.
Yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. Where I'm running up and calling for help. Lucky Doc! As I'm like trying to like wrap my hands around, like get my fingers in between the guts and your neck. You know, as I'm like trying to pull it off. You Lucky Doc, help! Yeah. Slippery and gross, and we're rolling around on the tile floor.
Okay. Yeah, so let me so where y'all are on the other side, and what do you guys do when you start hearing this? From the other side. Sorry, Doc and Lucky.
Easily go towards the sound.
We'll run towards the sound, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this round y'all running over to see what's going on. Sanity rolls from each of y'all, except Doc Mantis does not need to do this anymore.
Thank you.
You watched Viscera murder someone seconds ago. You're like,
this was old hat.
Yeah.
My sanity was 5 under 60. 58. 5 under 50.
So you're good. So just take one sanity loss. Yeah. Okay. So now let's start back at the top. The dexterity of these body parts is, still impressive. Okay, but we're going to go in order. So now that you guys are there, I am going to give Lucky a chance to do something. What would you like to do? You see that he's being strangled.
Is this thing big enough where I could apply the torch to it without burning Casey?
Not without burning Casey, no.
It is all over him.
Please,
don't try. Yeah, I'm not saying don't try that.
You know what? Burning, you can live with some burns. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the torch to the thing, because look. Here's my concept. He's already being choked by it. I saw it mangle the dock real quick, not very fast, and he's around his neck. I will put him out if he's on fire.
I have my hands
unstrangle him.
I have my hands wrapped in these intestines, and I see you running. I'm like, oh, good, Lucky. Then I'm like, whoa.
Torch is coming. Let go. Yeah. So how would you like me to? What should I roll for this application of a torch?
So
it's
speechless.
I'm not
okay
there yet. If
no, you are there, but it's just that it's dexterity order, and he's the fastest. He's a criminal.
Yeah, great.
This is just going to be a brawl roll.
Yeah, and then burning torch I see is 1d6 plus burn damage. I don't know, but yeah.
I'm not that great at brawl. Oh, well, it's a success. 29 under 30.
Nice.
Just a regular success, yeah?
Yeah, regular success, yeah.
Actually, I am going to give you a penalty die for this. So roll another
Okay.
tens die because literally it is wrapped around someone who is shaking, and being
Totally
strangled.
Makes sense.
Now, that makes it a 39 over 30. So that's a failure now.
You got some luck?
Okay.
But I do have some luck, which I'll spend 9 of it
Okay.
to make it a success. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
you could push.
Don't push!
No.
I'm not even- You know what, Adam? You want to die, don't you?
Adam's
You wanna
gonna die.
No, save him.
Adam
Okay.
wants a good
He's too
death.
hot to die.
It's too
It's
hot.
2 versus 1, so I will not push. I will not push.
So roll your damage here.
Okay,
Casey's
roll damage
bad day.
here. That's a
This Casey
3
is closed.
plus burn.
3 damage?
Whatever that is. 3 damage plus burn.
Okay. You burn it, but it's like still on. It's on Casey, but when you start to burn it, it begins to kind of loosen its grip.
Yeah.
Now, Elmo, you and the Viscera have the same dex.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you take an action. What it starts to do is it's loosening its grip and it is like letting go, and you can see that it's like attempting to escape essentially.
Okay, so it is slithering off of him.
Yes, its intention is to slither off and back up the walls.
I would
Hold it down.
I would like to grab the switchblade and jam it into the floor, like to try to hold it in place.
It's like, if you had like intestines and
Yeah.
bits and like all sorts of, like you do feel it would take a very high level of success.
Okay.
I'm gonna say probably an extreme success to actually stop this in its tracks.
Okay.
Because it would probably, like, part of it would just detach off of it with a knife, like
Right.
stabbed into it would just detach off and it would continue moving. But
I mean,
you can try.
I'm
need
not.
an
My
experience.
strength's okay. It's not awesome, and I really don't want to like keep trying to wrestle with this thing when it was just trying to strangle our friend a moment ago. So I do think just literally knife, floor, chunk.
Okay.
I think that's what I would try to do.
All right, let's get a.
What's
I
the
think that's-
roll on a switchblade?
I think
Is
it's just fighting brawl here.
Oh, it would be brawl. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Lost my D10. I'm gonna re-roll that. 1 second. Okay, that's a 55 over 50.
Okay.
I'm gonna let that. I've spent way too many of my luck. I'm gonna let that be a miss.
Also, it's attempting to dodge.
Do you stab me?
Turn.
Not a major failure.
No, it's not a
little bit of
fun.
failure.
Why are you trying to get hurt, Adam? What's going on here?
Adam MO right now.
It's super fun cinematically. I'm just
Adam
saying.
rolls into the torch.
Okay. Well, you both fail anyway, but it just on its turn it escapes and moves out. You weren't able to like stop it in its tracks,
Okay.
right? So it is running off up into the walls. It won't reach quite. It's almost up into the vents, but it won't quite reach there before you guys can still. The rest of you, Casey and Dr. Mantis will be first.
Great. I have so many chemicals. I unscrew and I splash the acid onto the wall.
Like up the wall.
Like up
Okay.
the wall, yes, at it. To cover the most, because it's going up and it's liquid. So I go, kush.
Yeah. So give me either a fighting brawl or a throw skill.
Yeah, let's see.
You're a medical
Brawl.
doctor. You're probably great at brawl.
I love brawl. It's weird.
You live in the tough streets of New York.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's not a hard success, but I got a 17.
Let's go.
Okay. 17 under
30.
Okay, so a regular success. That's great.
If I use luck, can I make it a hard success?
You could. Let me tell you if it is able to dodge. And yes, so normally you can, in your turn, you can either attack or dodge. The fact that I am dodging a second time in a round indicates to you as a cleric, just because we're all new to Call of Cthulhu, or some of
Yeah.
us are, that it has more than one attack in a round, or would potentially have it. Because basically, if you choose to dodge, you don't get to attack. It is going to try and dodge what you're doing.
Your acid.
It got a regular success on its dodge. So up to you. That would mean that it was tied right now.
So
my god.
If I used my luck to make it a hard success to make
then it would hit. Yeah.
Yes, I like to do that.
Okay.
And it's only,
otherwise
like,
it would win the tie because it was dodging, yeah.
Okay. So I use just 3. Actually, you know what? So it's only 2 points away. If I use a lot of luck, can I make it an extreme success?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use
you use as much luck as you want to use.
Okay. To save us from me doing the mental math on camera, I use enough luck to get an extreme success because I haven't used any luck yet, and I'll do that math. I think it's like 8 or 9.
Okay, so let's give some damage to these chemicals. I mean, they're like caustic chemicals. You're getting an extreme success. It's gonna stick to it. Let's make this at least, you know what, I'm gonna make it the same as, I don't think it's like a gun, but I think it's the same as like a switchblade and like severing and removing stuff. So you've made it an extreme success. You don't have a damage bonus or anything, but I'm just gonna do, it'll be like a d4 plus 2. You don't need to roll because it was an extreme success, so it's like 6 damage.
Woo!
Whee!
It's also burning, so if that ignites at all,
it got burned, but it's not burning. Yeah,
it didn't continue burning.
You burned it, but it didn't catch fire.
Catch fire. Got it.
Who knew the guts would be the hardest? Ugh.
Who knew the guts?
Who knew? I knew.
You think?
Yeah, I was thinking torso.
Right.
Okay.
Rib
Okay, so
cage.
you do 6 damage and it's still moving. And then Casey, you do have a chance to do something now that it has left your neck.
He has no weapon.
Yeah.
He was just strangled. He's coming out
It's
of
like on the
madness.
ceiling.
Yeah, I feel like what he would honestly do is here's what he's going to do. He is going to crawl back extremely quickly, like as fast as he can. In the process of that, his shoe's gonna come off. He's gonna pick up the shoe and throw it at the thing.
Great. Give me a throw roll.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Professional investigator.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have the throw skill, so that means I'm just trying to beat the 20%.
20, yep.
I do not.
Okay. But your shoe hits the ceiling, drops back down, almost hits you in the head on the way back. You know when you throw something and just bounces back at you?
No!
Oh, yeah. And it slurps back into the vents.
You're alive. You're alive.
Take
a breath.
Who wants to just get out of here? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm done.
Listen,
Guts strangling somebody. I'm out. Doc's dead. Why are we still here? They called the cops. Cops are on their way. I'm getting out of here. That's what's happening.
Well, Dr. Lawrence's notes, if left untended, the idea that these would reanimate and grow a new body, they would hurt more people. This would spread if we don't do something.
Burn the building down to the ground.
There's people inside. There's people
Well,
upstairs.
they will get out before this. This is underground. They will get out before that
The
happens.
door that you're standing right next to, you hear start getting like jostled. You're like, and then there's like a thud. And it's like, this is the Arkham police. I just decided to give him an accent as I said the words Arkham police.
Arkham police.
Police.
Well, there goes that plan.
Arkham police, open up.
I'll run to the door and be like, it's locked. We can't get out. It's locked.
Now you better not move. Don't you move. We've gotten reports of bodies in there. We know what you're up to. There's more, and you hear him trying the door again, and then he sort of like shuffles off.
Hey, officer, listen up. Hey,
wait, what? Who are you?
We just came here to help a friend. We're in danger in here. There was some really nasty stuff going on. There's dead bodies.
Oh yeah, I bet there is.
No. Okay.
Give me a persuade roll.
Oh, I'm not great at that. Okay.
Or if there's something else you can argue.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Or charm.
Oh, I'm better at charm, but that roll ain't gonna do it. That's a 96 over 40 for charm.
And it sounds like he's talking to someone else. He's like, "Hey, go get someone that can open up this door for us, and call up for reinforcements. There's definitely people here. It was not a false alarm."
Okay. What do we do?
If we stay here, we are going to be suspects. But if we leave, these people upstairs, these people who cannot defend themselves, will die.
Are there even any windows? How do we get out of here?
I mean, the elevator,
Yeah, we take the elevator.
The incinerator is on now, though, right?
Bad news about the elevator.
I might be able to fix the damage you did. I don't know.
But the incinerator is still working, right?
Yeah. Did you throw the head and the arms in the incinerator?
No, they're in the burning trash can because
Yeah. Okay.
There's also some intestines in the vents. What we have little time.
Yeah. So and we've only seen 4 of the body parts. What?
Can I have some listen rolls as you're chatting in the hallway?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 12 under 20.
Nope. 58 over 30.
Well, Elmo, you hear that same sort of like coming from the room. If you're in that corner, you're in that top corner where
we're sort of like at the entrance of the
yeah. So you guys are right there, and so in that room, not the bathroom, but the one directly to the left of it
is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
There has to be a cure, right? If this is all ailments have cures. If this was a ritual, there has to be a way of undoing it.
All right, cleansing fire, right? We was wondering what those meant.
But what quantifies as cleansing, right? It's not normal fire, it's cleansing fire.
You got those cans of gasoline or those bottles?
Yes.
I mean, we could just open that door and chuck it in. Or we could just go to the elevator and see if we could get it working.
I am gonna go rogue, I think.
Go rogue.
Okay, what are you doing?
I want to run into the autopsy room again where Dr. Warick was, and I want to see if there's any additional information. I think we're missing something. We're missing if this was ritual cast, there has to be a way to break the ritual. And if it's just cleansing fire, there's purple smoke coming from this fire. We don't know what that smoke is. It could be infectious smoke. Because it doesn't seem good. So I don't want to put it in a regular fire and have that cause more problems and spread illness. So I'm trying to see if there's something else.
Yeah, more of his stuff or notes or anything. Yeah.
In that room, because ideally he came to do something. So maybe I can complete the ritual that he was trying to do.
Give me a spot hidden.
Okay. Because he knew how to get rid of it, or at least he thought he did. 4.
Let's go.
Ooh, okay. What do I have here? Okay. You look through any notes that he had sort of around him that he had taken out as he was, come back here to work on this body.
Yeah.
You are able to put together as well, I'm just going to carry this into sort of like your general education and everything as well, is that that this was the mummified body that was found, right? Like that was discovered and everything. You just see more of his same notes on the regeneration, and you're able to find like the speed of the regeneration, like self healing notes that within like 5 minutes things had like stitched themselves back together, and found something like some scribbles about like have till sunrise, must destroy, and just more about the cleansing fire. And
but nothing about
and when you think about that, you kind of think about like how much time has passed, and it is like very much like the middle of the night, and you feel the sunrise is probably a couple hours off.
Okay.
But you don't find any specific answers to rituals or anything like that. It doesn't seem like he knows how this is happening, just that it needed to be stopped.
Happen. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, I don't know what to do.
I think Casey is still sitting with his back against the wall, like knees to his chest, still shaking a little bit. Trying to put his shoe back on. His flask is completely empty.
You're hearing some people coming back outside those doors, like there's more voices joining them. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna get this open. You come over here." He's like, "Oh, hold on, just a second. Let me get my keys." And
the cops are gonna be in here soon. They're gonna take care of all of this.
No, the door is gonna open and those things are gonna escape.
And if they get out and the sun comes up, whatever the doc was trying to stop is no longer able to be stopped. Yeah, that's
dang it! Looks like it's broken. It's broken. It's like jammed shut. We're gonna need to get Jimmy out here.
So we have more time. We need to locate the rest of the body parts.
And he's gonna shakily point at the room.
How many of them are there?
There's three more left. There's three more left.
7. Right.
7.
Right. 3, 4. Yeah.
Arms, legs. Oh, we haven't seen legs yet, but I'm assuming there's legs.
You're smart. When you're talking about the 7, you're like, oh, there's 2 arms. There's 2 legs.
Yeah.
Like
head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Okay.
So Casey's shakily pointing at the room that basically is to the left of where he's sitting up against the wall, because that's where the is coming from, right, Josephine?
Lucky. You got
the north room.
Yeah.
And it's like you hear it like moving, like it's like.
Lucky looks at the torch and looks at you, Elmo, and says, "Here, you take it."
Can I craft a quick Molotov cocktail with one of those little bottles of gasoline?
Sure.
Did you didn't empty all of it into the trash?
I have alcohol. Like
weren't there more
alcohol.
were there more than one bottle? So I think
there were 2. Yeah, I just thought that they were emptied out.
Okay.
Now both
yeah.
of you got.
Yeah.
I have rubbing alcohol.
No, give me a luck roll.
Oh, I've used so much of my luck. Okay.
You pour the gasoline on Casey.
That's an 11 under 28.
Okay, yeah, you have another bottle that you can use.
Okay. Well, and we found the bottle back at his office. We found some gas in. Okay, yeah.
Sure.
So using a small bottle and basically like pulling like a ripped piece of my shirt. My shirt is in tatters at this point. Basically, like I'm jamming it in, and I've got my lighter. I hand Lucky back the torch, and I'm hearing this thing run around. I don't want that. Okay.
You hold on to that.
Fine. I'm hearing a running around. I was like, Lucky, when I say go, you yank open the door, and I'm throwing this in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Lucky opens the door.
What do we see in the mere moments before I chuck a flaming cocktail in there?
You see 2 severed legs running around like crazy. Like they're fast.
Yeah.
They're like booking it back and forth, and they're not only in that room, they're like running into the top left room and then coming back and so they're running all over the place.
They're
fast.
I do
you
my
might
best.
even say they're like they're as fast as your friend Lucky. They're fast.
As much as quick as I can, I try to throw this. I light the cocktail and throw it, and then close it. And
okay, give me a throw roll. I mean, it'll still get in there. It's just kind of,
It's a 29 over 20. I'll spend. I'm just gonna keep spending luck to make it a success.
Yeah. Okay, so you get it in there. You get it pretty. Let's have them roll.
Actually, can I sleight of hand it to give him without him having to spend luck? Can I sleight of hand it to try to not? I see he's gonna miss, and I'm gonna sleight of hand and tap his hand as it flies, as an assist.
You can give him a bonus die as opposed to
That's
so
that's
re-roll
like
your 10s die.
Oh, re-roll my 10s. I got it. Okay, yeah. No, so let's just use it with the luck.
Okay.
Of the 29, yeah.
Okay. You can see as you throw it that you're able to get it pretty close to them, but they're so fast.
Mm-hmm.
They're like hopping out of the way. But it does like sort of catch fire in this, what looks like a recreational, like break room.
Dude, there's no other people in here or anything else like that? Okay,
no.
Good, but yeah.
There's no other people, but there's like plants and stuff in there, and they 100% like stuff starts catching fire.
Now there's a pair of flaming legs running around.
Sorry. Stuff starts catching fire. The legs moved out of the way. They succeeded on a dodge. Yeah, and they're running around anyway. But they are in the room, and it got nearby them. But that room is it's been set on fire.
I don't think we stay to look as soon I throw it and shut the door. Yeah, push the door closed.
Well,
okay.
I think we need to get out of this room, though, you guys.
Well, y'all are in the hallway, right?
We're in the hallway.
Oh, we're in the we okay.
Yeah. They opened the door, threw in a Molotov.
Got it. And I was like, why are you in the bathroom?
We gotta get out of this bathroom.
I don't know. Okay.
Does anyone have my gun?
Oh, yes, here's your gun. I wasn't gonna use it.
I'll take the gun back. I'll shakily check to make sure it's still loaded.
Okay. More fire.
I do not give you back your switchblade.
Fine.
I hang on to that.
So we making it for the elevator and trying to get out of here?
Yeah. I mean that fire is gonna spread. I don't see why we'd stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, we should make sure this fire spreads.
And now there's thumping, loud thuds happening at the rear door where people are trying the police and whatever they're trying to get the door open.
And if we can't get the elevator working, I mean, that cold storage looks like a good, kind of, put our backs against the wall, way to protect ourselves. We'll be able to see anything coming.
Yeah. There's more flammable stuff in that office we were in. We could go grab some of that and throw it in and just help spread the fire.
You mean this? Because I grabbed every chemical.
Yeah,
you did. And you succeeded on your luck roll. You have a good amount of stuff.
I still have the
vials. So many vials.
Elmo still got the torch.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
so the plan is to throw these chemicals all over the place. Are you checking the elevator?
We're heading back towards the elevator.
Yeah. You're heading to the elevator. You're throwing chemicals everywhere to set this place alight.
While and I'll even call out the door. There's a fire. There's a fire. Be careful, but we're gonna be over by the elevator.
Don't
these crazies are setting the place out. Someone go warn the hospital. Evacuate patients.
Talk to them. Our element of surprise is now gone.
We gotta get this open.
I don't want people to get hurt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As you're spreading stuff out, let me just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's.
You guys, this is going real well.
It's going
okay.
So
once more, down on Detective Casey, closed. The viscera appears and tries to stop, as helping throw these chemicals around, and just drops from the ceiling to envelop you. Yeah.
Did I do something to you, Josephine? When
I rolled a die. I rolled a die. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. You were what?
Sanity checks on this, or are we good here?
No, you've already rolled it when you've seen the viscera. Although you all should have had one for the legs.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone who saw the legs.
Okay, so
might have just been lucky in me. I don't know.
Yeah, because you opened the door through it in. Yeah.
Failed. So 71 over 57, so I failed.
Okay.
I failed as well, 62 over 40.
Okay.
It is alarming how comfortable I am with these things. I succeeded.
Okay, great. So you're fine.
I failed.
So that's 2 sanity loss for the rest of y'all.
Okay.
And one for me.
Who failed? No, you don't take any.
Okay.
So Josephine.
Yeah.
I started at 50.
Yeah.
I am now at 39.
Wow.
Which means I've lost 11 over the course of this.
Right. You're going to become...
I'm insane.
Not yet.
Indefinitely insane. It's, So, you've lost 1/5 or more of your sanity points.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
So, I'm insane.
This lasts until you reach, like, a place of safety where you can rest and recover, right? Until then, let me roll a bout of madness for you. Yeah. Yeah, there's no intelligence check for this because this just happens. Oh, violence.
Oh, no.
A red mist descends on the investigator. They explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at their surroundings, allies, or foes alike.
So that makes complete sense.
You've got the stuff on you.
It's coming down on me. I'm pulling my gun and I'm trying to shoot it.
I gave you your gun back. Oh, God.
You did.
Give me a firearms roll.
Whoa, Casey!
With a penalty die.
Oh, firearms. Wow.
So penalty is like disadvantage.
Oh, there it is. I see. Okay.
Yeah. You roll it twice and take the
word.
You
roll 2 10s dice.
Oh, 2 10s dice, not
and then you'll take the worst.
Okay. So 2 10s dice are gonna be these 2.
Which is the 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Yeah.
You got this.
So here's the thing. I got a 76 over 40. But what I'm gonna do, because I haven't used any of my luck, is I'm going to, because I have 70 luck. So for some reason, I'm going to use enough of that to get me to a success at
36.
40. Yeah. So I'm going to use 36
half
of that
your
luck
pretty
to
much.
get me at a success.
Okay. You are able to shoot it. Do your damage.
All right. Look at me shooting stuff, guys. I'm doing it. All right, so I shoot it with my...
We all, like, drop as he's swinging the gun. Like, whoa!
Shooting at his own...
7 points with my revolver.
Ooh,
nice.
Very nice.
That guts are taking a lot of damage at this point.
Yes, but I will bring us back to the recollection of the regenerative...
Right. Yeah, so I imagine that thing's coming straight down at me. So I like fall back and start shooting it like this while trying to keep it off my face.
Okay. Yeah, it missed on on like it attacking you back. So this is good. And Lucky, what do you do here? The doors are about to open, by the way. Like you can see that they're bending, they're about to get through. The police officers and whoever's on the other side.
This is starting to become not great for Lucky.
And you're a criminal.
Yep. Yeah, Lucky's gonna let him deal with this on his own and cut and run towards the elevator and you're like, not going back to jail, and runs off towards the elevators.
Okay. I'm going to say that's your round, like going all the way over to the elevators because it's like 2 rooms away and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Just to confirm.
Okay, so you were there.
Sorry, just to confirm. There were 7, right? So 2 arms, 2 legs, a head,
5
intestines,
Something
And a
else.
torso.
Something else is
Probably the
still.
torso.
We haven't found that seventh thing yet. Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
confirming.
Somebody's gonna get bit by a rib cage.
It's just teeth.
Sorry, Josephine. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to.
It's the
confirm.
toad.
No, that's correct.
The feet. The feet.
The intestines you can't tell, but like realizing the doors are about to come open, like kind of like actually goes away as opposed to trying to attack one of you, is making its way like up the wall around the top of the door.
Can I take a shot?
Yes, you can.
Is it my turn? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, as I see it, and I saw Casey wound it, basically.
And Lucky bolted
with my 22. Lucky! Ah! Oh, come on, man. That's a 96 over 70.
Push.
Let me tell you what it got on its dodge before you push. Because it got a regular success on its dodge.
I will push because I don't have enough luck to make that okay, and I'm good at handguns.
If you push, you're attacking, it's dodging. You would need a hard success to hit it.
No, never mind then. Never mind.
Okay,
So,
I just didn't want you to risk it.
No, yeah, I take a shot. It goes wild, and it's probably like towards the not at the door. I'm not shooting at them, but I realize we're standing near the door, and now
they're
I'm
hearing
firing
gunshots
my guns.
going off. Yeah. They hear there's a fire started, and you can hear panic outside of people rushing to the hospital to get patients out because someone has set this place on fire.
Get everybody out!
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Dr. Mantis?
I got what's happening. This is so scary. I think that... So, can you describe, again, for me, what am I looking at?
You're looking like at intestines for sure, and like other organs as well. There's like bits of muscle surrounding this too, like it's like helping it move and gyrate. It's disgusting.
Super gross.
This is definitely a weird little medical long shot, but if we're saying that these things experience pain, and they're moving together in groups, so feet are doing feet things, hands are doing hand things, heads are doing calling things, then perhaps there is sort of like with this organs, it looks like lower half organs, not a heart, correct?
Like intestines, and gastrointestinal stuff.
Is it like this, or
no,
like
there's like a heart? It's like basically the insides of your torso,
great,
in like one amalgamation. That's
okay, because that's what I was picturing too, but I wanted to be sure, because if we're using like medical, like the heart is what's pumping the blood, is what's supplying the movement. I'd like to I like to get close and see if I can with my scalpel like go in and incise it. Like I want to commit a surgery.
I very much want you to do this. It is high. It's like on the wall.
Oh, it's on the wall.
Right?
It's tall. Okay.
Well, yeah, it like scurried off. That's what it was doing on it because it's scurrying towards the door. Yeah, like above the door.
Is there a chair?
Yeah. There's a chair. Get on a chair and scalpel.
I'm gonna run up on a chair, stand on this chair, and scalpel it. I want to try to get where, because I know how these organs work.
Yeah. Give me a fighting brawl roll.
Do it.
Come on.
With push.
No, I'm gonna give you a bonus die because you're a doctor.
You're medical.
Oh my gosh. What does that mean?
What'd you roll?
So I'll take the better one because it's a bonus die.
Yeah.
But I rolled a 10 and a 0.
10.
Is that 100 or is that 1?
No, that's 10.
It's 10. It's
That's
10.
10.
100 is all
You got
zeros.
10.
Okay, 10.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Great.
Which
What is your brawl?
My brawl is 30, so it's a hard success.
Hard success. Yeah.
Hard success.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so let's scalpel. Let's
My switch. You want to do my switchblade?
Yeah, because I like scalpel,
Yeah.
forceps,
Knife small, D4 plus damage bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it tells me somewhere. Scalpel, 1d4.
1d4. Okay. Because I'm trying to like figure out like the mechanism in which it's going. So I am fighting it, but I want to see if there's like a point. Oh, that's cocked. 3.
Nice.
Okay. And it drops like onto the ground. It is just like at the door here that busts open. And these cops are like, "Don't anybody move! Don't move! What's going on with?" And they've got their guns drawn, and
I drop my gun immediately.
They're like, "Don't move! Everyone, get out! Everyone, get these people cuffed!"
I'm gonna leap to my feet and say, "You understand? There's another one of those somewhere down here."
Guys, shut up! We're not listening to you.
You gotta burn it! You gotta burn it! Throw it in the incinerator!
We're all screaming, "You have to burn it!"
Okay, we got some loonies here. Okay, someone give me a persuade roll.
I'm bad.
And it's gonna have to be.
Can I use charm?
Charm or
I'd say I'm
persuade,
okay at
sure.
charm.
I would say because I'm holding up my detective's badge or my PI badge.
Yeah.
Are we all trying charm?
Mm-hmm.
Or is
But
one person
it's
doing
like
it?
the middle of the night.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You'll still need a hard success here.
A hard success.
Success.
Am I included in this charm roll or?
No, you ran to the elevator.
Okay, just making sure.
I rolled an
I will come to you in a
extreme
second.
success, 8 under 40 on charm.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
We'll explain it all, but we
what-
don't have time.
You-
These pieces, they're
Well,
killing
you better
people.
explain. Talk. I don't understand. Why would?
It's magic, man. It's evil. I don't know how to say it, but look at my friend over here, and I'll point to Casey.
And I'm gonna open the door that we're next to that has the flaming legs running around inside of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
are the legs still running back and forth?
You don't see the legs.
You could just look. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you can take us wherever you want in 10 minutes, but right now we need to get this into the incinerator. Otherwise, more people are going to die.
All right, fine. Jimmy, for some reason, I believe them. All right, you all get in the corner. Jimmy, bring this to what, the incinerator?
Yeah, here.
This place is on fire. What are you talking?
Fire's the only thing that kills it.
We can just throw it in this room that's burning. I'm fine.
That's what
with
I
that.
was gonna do with it. I was gonna throw it in the burning room.
We can't just let this. But there are patients upstairs, people that can't be moved. We got to get this fire under control. You mad?
Yes. And I'm gonna take the intestines.
Yeah, he looks at you and you're like, yeah, you. No, he doesn't look right in the
Yeah, and I'm gonna take the intestines, and because I'm still violent, because my madness is still going. So I'm gonna like drop the gun, grab the intestines, and just throw them into the room that's on fire.
You look down and I'll point towards the autopsy theater. In that room, there's a body of a doctor. He's our friend. He told us all about this, but he's dead now because those viscera strangled him to death.
I saw it.
And in the other room, you'll find a head and arms.
What?
And I give them the notes from Dr. Warick, and I say, just read this. There's no time.
All right. We have to get this fire under control. There's no time for it. Everyone get in here, and there's filing in, and they're like trying to get towards the fire, and they're gonna start there's like fire brigade that has come. I don't know what happens in the 20s. People that come, do they have hoses? They have fire hydrants,
absolutely,
right?
yeah.
They're like bringing things that they're trying to get this fire
Hand
put
pump
out.
fire engines.
I'm gonna reload the handgun and say, wait a minute, where'd Lucky go? We still have one more piece.
Okay, so Lucky, what are you doing?
So Lucky ran to the elevator.
Yep.
And I know
You trying to fix it?
Yeah, like I broke it, but I guess I'm going to try to fix it. But I'm also
So
waiting because I thought Elmo was joining me. But I'll try when he doesn't show up. Electrical repair. Ooh, I rolled a 13 under 10 because I have no ability.
You have luck?
Over 10,
I
but
do.
we got some
Yeah,
luck.
it's
Do
13
it.
over 10. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna spend. Let's see. I'm gonna spend 8 luck to make it a hard success. A hard success.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get it up and running. Are you going into the elevator?
7:33. Yeah, I'll get into the elevator, and when 2 seconds come by and nobody comes in, or do I hear the door bust in at that point?
Oh God!
From the other room?
You said that.
From the
the
cops are in here. Yeah, you're hearing them talking.
So then I'm gonna flip the elevator and try to go up the elevator.
Okay.
And if Casey mentions Lucky, I'll turn to the cops and go like, no, Lucky was our friend. He didn't make it in here with us. We left him back across town. It's just been the 3 of us.
Okay, whatever. You guys just shut up and get outside. And let us take care of this. And they go in
down here.
And they're not cuffing you right away, but there are people that are like keeping eyes on you and like keeping you like sort of
whatever you need.
Sequestered to the side. Okay, there's a fire brigade here. They managed to put the fire out. It takes like a lot of concerted effort. Is Casey fighting again, like resisting?
I think what Casey's trying to do is search for the last piece. So
you've just gone running in. Okay, so they're trying to stop you.
No, I understand
I would try to stop him too.
And I think he would fight against him. He's not going to shoot anybody or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's
we've got
to find the other piece.
Let's do some contested athletics then.
Athletics?
Oh my God. Josephine, just so you know what I'm gonna
do.
Strength, just so you know, as if the elevator starts going up, I'm going to take that time, use my disguise ability, and continue to disguise myself to make myself look like a doctor.
Yep.
Okay.
I failed. I'm going to push. And I got a regular success.
Regular success. Okay, let me just get the police officer. They have got also a regular success. But they're trying to stop you, and you're fighting against them, so they would win in this.
Sure, I get that.
And so they sort of like one of them drags you outside and cuffs you.
We're sorry. He's been through a lot. We've all been through a lot.
Yeah, we're starting to get that. All right.
Just look out for legs.
Legs! There's flaming legs!
Legs.
He's the guy at the end of Invasion of Body Snatchers right now. You gotta listen to me! There's legs!
All right. They go in. Let me see if they are able to find anything in here. Okay. Is there anything else that y'all want to do as you're outside? You've been like kind of pulled out of this situation.
Yeah, I think that like Charlotte, as soon as like there's a way out, like but they're telling us to go outside, there's like no hesitation. Like yes, officers. Yes. I'm a medical professional. I don't want to be here. I refuse to die in Arkham. Refuse.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are you're
as
going
we're standing
along
there,
with it.
I'll light a cigarette standing next to the doctor and just be like, "It's in New York City, huh?"
Okay.
Yeah. I take a cigarette
as you're
from
outside.
you.
Yeah. As you're outside, you hear, "Oh my God, what is that?" And you hear some gunshots like going off, right? It's like, "Oh, they're just moving on their own. What? Get them!" And there's like more gunshots. You see they're like trying to hit something. Like, never seen anything like it. There's just the damn legs came out of nowhere.
We told
and Lucky, you make it upstairs The elevator doors open. You walk out. You've got a disguise on. You've got your lab coat on. No one's questioning that, although people are frantic upstairs. They're trying to get people that can move out.
Yeah, and I'll even
the
start to
hospital
like
just in
help.
case.
I'll start to help
Sure.
people out as if I'm part of the cast.
You
or
notice
crew.
after you exit the elevator, the doors close and you see that it's going back down.
Someone called the elevator.
No.
And
No, you know what?
then-
I'm gonna leave this up to my pal stat and see whether I respond or not.
Well, it sounds like you went off running to help with the madness.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I totally did. That's definitely
Because
what
it's not like fast. It's
Yeah,
the 20s.
for sure.
It's like
I mean,
the doors
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Moments later,
happened.
it goes back down. It is mayhem up in the hospital, and in the next like 5 minutes, the elevator doors open back up, and a torso
There he is. There's the guy.
just rolls out of this elevator and like stows itself into like a janitor's like closet up here. And it's just crazy up here. Everyone is running around. They have no idea what's going on downstairs. The fire's being put out. Like no one sees this thing.
There's another page. There's another page.
But
Why won't
will
anyone
you
listen?
make it out alive? Some of you are a little madder than others. Did you stop this cultist's body from reanimating itself by destroying all of the body parts in fire?
It is a clear no.
No,
That
we didn't
a
succeed.
torso made it out. What repercussions will this have? Only time will tell. And I would love to hear from each of y'all. Are you able to talk your way out of being put in the blame for what has happened down here? Or do you end up? I think Lucky, you were able to get out. I'd love to hear what you do after this. But for the rest of y'all, how do you? Actually, sorry, for Detective Casey gets admitted to the
Oh yeah, 'cause
nearest asylum.
I wouldn't be surprised if all the blame falls on me because I'm just a raving madman at this point.
I'm gonna say I think that Charlotte's self-preservation comes into play, and she goes and she says, "We thought we were coming in to help, but Casey, he did this, and I don't Please, you have to believe us. Look at him." And
I think across the precinct, I hear her saying this, and that's exactly what happened.
You don't understand. There was a screwdriver, and another one had a wrench, and then the intestines, they tried to strangle me. Oh, and the head was the one who called you. It wasn't attached to a neck, but it called you anyway.
I used to do work for him sometimes. Casey closed. He's a good man, but sometimes we all go through dark times,
So I put the head in the sheet, and I slammed it up against the wall, but it kept talking, even though I slammed it up against the wall. Why aren't you listening to me?
He told us to go to the morgue, that he had something that Lawrence needed help.
And
He was dead.
our doctor friend, it was too late for him. He was dead by the time we got there, and I'm just so sorry.
There's more gasoline. We should have brought more gasoline. There's more gasoline.
All right, someone get this guy to medical professionals. We got to get him out. You two, I'm sorry that you had to deal with this.
I'm sorry.
I'm just glad that we were able to get in, get that fire under control, and everything's taken care of now. And poor Dr. Warick, but they say he wasn't right in the mind anyway. All right, we'll take care of Mr. Closed, okay?
And I think Elmo gets on a bus the next day and
Back
leaves
on the
Arkham.
plane, back on the bus. Back
Elmo
to New
packs
York.
his things and leaves Arkham like within
to
a
New
day
York.
or two.
It's
The
better.
sun rises, a cultist reconstitutes himself, and walks out of the hospital in a patient gown, grabs whatever lab coat he can, and walks out as well. Lucky, do you stay in Arkham after this?
I think Lucky is going to use this information to his advantage, and he doesn't like what happened to Casey. And if on the news he hears what happens to Casey, so he sticks around in Arkham to find some answers and hopefully bust Casey out of the joint.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
That's really
And that
good.
was bits and pieces.
Ah!
Yeah!
Incredible.
Awesome.
Oh,
One
my
of
God.
3 one-shots you can get in No Time to Scream. There truly was no time to scream, guys.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I tried.
Wow.
I tried.
Tried.
Often.
Lots of
I'm
body
sorry.
parts.
I'm sorry to this to you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. It felt right.
Look,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Right.
It felt right to leave you. Oh,
Thank
my
you all for playing this with me.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Josephine.
Thank you.
I'm
so good to
sorry.
see you.
All of these body parts attacked you.
Don't be sorry.
Escaped you.
Thank you to Chaosium again. Thank you. This is, as we enjoy this game so much, and so it's so much fun to be able to play this new thing and with friends and around Halloween time. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. At the end of every show, we do like to, as we mentioned, we do like to read off the names of Patreon friends,
Yeah.
certain higher level patrons, and the styles of their choosing. I did send you all the patrons list for Team Force of Light and Team Force of Shadow. These are very we picked some Halloween appropriate ones, which is great. Okay, so but we're gonna start off with Team Force of Shadow. Does everyone have their list in front of them?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, great. This one is double checking the candy that you bought before the trick-or-treaters arrive.
Oh. Did
Honey,
you?
I told you to get the full-size bars.
I did get the full-size bars. The
Did-
Kit Kats. Isn't that what you
these?
wanted? The full-size Kit Kats.
Yeah, but these are tiny. But no, you get like the big family size. I don't want people to think we're stingy.
Well, look, Idaho Juds are expensive. That's
Mom, Dad, these I think I'm nuts are delicious.
Ding dong,
Oh.
ding dong.
You can't eat
I
those.
really
You
love
have to
these
give those-
Lincoln breaks.
Guys,
Oh.
we have to give those out.
Okay,
Ding
someone's
dong,
at the
ding
door.
dong.
Get the door.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Yeah, you have something else to
Hello.
say.
I am very early because my mom says I cannot leave when it's night and dark because I have a Lincoln break, which is an illness.
They named these bars after an illness?
Honey, come look. She's dressed as a black Kakari.
Oh, you look. No, honey, that's not the black Kakari. That's the Abracadabra.
That's
Oh.
Susan.
Don't
She
be.
goes to school with us. She's a total fail waffle. She's kind of weird.
Hey, get out of here. You know what?
Sorry.
Take
Hey.
3. My idiot husband got the small bars, and you deserve more.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm nuts, but I also heard that there is some poisonings happening. This is good candy, right?
Oh my God! Just because the gateway guy next door is a little creepy does not stay away from that house.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
thank
no,
you,
these,
ma'am.
these are clean. Hold on, here. Let me open the. See, clean.
Oh,
Watch out! Someone's gonna abracadabra you with with spooky
Let me
candy.
get back inside.
no.
What are you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
That was Team Force of Shadow. Thank you, friends. But for Team Force of Light, I like this one from Idaho Judd. Bird watchers on a hike pointing out different bird species to their friends.
Oh.
What are we doing?
What do you mean? What we're doing? We're looking for We're looking for the festive life preserver.
Yes, it is a gorgeous
Also-
specimen.
Also, the angel devil sin supposedly nearby this time of the year.
Yeah.
I feel like you
guys
are just making these names up.
No. Did you download the
Yeah.
City Racing Girl app?
Yeah.
It's an app of all of the birds in our region. You just have to take a photo of them.
And
They're
if you
not
think
blessed.
about it,
Yes.
everything named is made up.
That's true.
Okay,
all right.
yeah. If you think about it, you also, convinced me to come out here when I said I don't do dungeon speedruns up hiking trails because I burn easily and everything bites me. And now here I am, and I swear that I am allergic to Braba, and it is
You are being unbearably loquacious right now. We are trying to look out for birds.
I got a whole case of cold Fenderils in my car. How about we head back and just
No, let me just try. Let me just try the call. Let me just try the Jules.
Just Jules.
Twirl mask.
I can't believe
Lisa,
these are
be
our
so
friends.
still. Lisa,
Okay,
hi.
all
Be
right.
so still. There is. I don't want to scare you.
What?
There is a type of small Fenderil by your leg. Don't move.
No.
Don't move.
Nope.
Because if you move, it'll bite. Okay.
I said I did not want to come out of here. If it bites, did someone bring the Ghostbusters quick response unit? Please tell me you did.
I was just going to say we should make like a Ghostbusters quick response unit and just get out of here quickly.
You want to leave her to get bit by the Fenderil?
No. We leave with her. Leave the
incredibly
Fenderil.
poison.
Go have Fenderils in our car.
The beer company was really edgy for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out my knife and I'm stabbing whatever. Whatever this
Just
is.
yours. Just yours.
Just Jules.
Thank you, Team Force of Light. That became a Call of Cthulhu situation itself.
Trying to get back at me.
Oh.
No, it was okay.
Happy Halloween, friends. Thank you for joining us.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Josephine,
Halloween.
We miss you so much, friend.
I
Yeah.
miss y'all. This was so lovely.
And your floating black void across the ocean.
That's where I live now.
Amazing. And thank you once again to Chaosium. Check out No Time to Scream and use the code Cthulhu Run, all caps, no spaces, on the Chaosium website for all Call of Cthulhu stuff. Get yourself some good, fun, spooky times with friends.
Check out our Patreon.com/The
Dungeon Run. Do it.
Yep.
We got more stuff, more fun stuff coming, friends. Check out Lest We Forget. Check out our Comic-Con show, which we were finally able to post a couple weeks ago. It was so much fun. Adam saved the day. On that, he finally rolled well. For
Only once. Only once. One time.
All it takes, man. It's all it takes.
But we love you, friends. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Anything else I'm forgetting? Because I always forget stuff. No? All right.
You're awesome.
Love you guys. Happy Halloween and humankind.
Humankind. Be bold.